Hey everyone, skull902 here along with Dylan Bradley.
Hello.
And today, well, it's the last day of the year. It's New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2022, and you know what that means. I've been doing it every year since 2018. Uh, just taking a look back at the channel and all that maybe not all. Good God, that would be a lot. But
Some of your greatest hits.
greatest hits, quote unquote, for someone of my skill and everything. But happy New Year, Stitch, and welcome to the early bird Ultimate Spider plush as well. But yeah, we're taking a look back at 2022, the videos that I thought were the best ones of all the ones that I put out this year, and just gonna have ourselves a good time. Hopefully, anyway. Hi, Ren the Hedgehog. We're gonna take a look back at my content from this year and everything, uh, and just sort of reflect on the year and the content and all that. Hi, Chemo. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, that's essentially the short of it. Um, Before we begin, actually, uh, with all this, uh, I do want to point out one specific thing that I can't play here today on stream because of copyright reasons. And that is a really cool crossover that I did with a channel called Slim D716. Uh, Now, for anybody here, maybe like my older viewers who remember Cartoon Network from back in the day, uh, you know, Slim is a channel who he collaborates with others as part of a project called Toonami Remastered, but it's really just all old Cartoon Network, where the dude takes say VHS recordings or like DVD rips or something and scales them up to 4K. And dude also makes fan-made intros for shows that didn't air on Toonami. Uh, and makes fan edit intros for them. I got very intrigued by one of these, and so I was like, hey, I love your videos. I love the scaling work that you do. It's very incredible stuff. Uh, would you like to collaborate on one for Sonic X? And he was like, hey, that sounds like a really fun idea. And so we helped each other out in various different aspects of it. I did the pre-edit, so putting all the clips together and whatnot, and then he scaled it and worked with the audio and everything. It turned out like it was pretty cool. It was nice to work on. I want to spread some more love to that collaboration uh, by putting the link to that here. Again, I can't show that here today because of copyright reasons. I don't want TMS going after me. But there we go. Some fan-made intros for Sonic X for the Tom 2 era of Toonami, if anybody is interested in seeing that. I see Alberto Telez has made their way to the stream. Hello, hello, hello. Says, hey, Skull and friends, and a happy almost 2023. Yeah, man. Like KN and I were saying yesterday, the like last quarter of the year has just whooshed on by. You know, it feels like September was here, and then all of a sudden, 3 weeks later, we're here at the end of December. Crazy times. Uh,
Yeah. It we are 9, at least in Skull and my time zone, we're like 9 hours away from 2023.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. While we still have time before it whooshes over, uh, we're here to take a look back at 2022 and everything. Let's do that with the videos that I can show. So first up is all the random stuff, just like the other sort of uncategorized videos that I do. So the first one is going to be the Stray Android comic dub that I did this year. Hello, Katie. Welcome to the stream. Uh, it was by Kimiko, if I remember correctly. Uh, and it was just a fun little comic. Uh, and Kan and I had a really nice time just recording the dialogue and everything. I think it turned out pretty all right. So, thank you for sending the link out to the chat there, Dylan.
You
Uh,
got it. And I can confirm it was Kimiko.
cool. So my brain is kind of sort of working. Uh, so yeah, let's have ourselves a quick little look at the comic dub Stray Android by Kimiko.
Hello, Rouge speaking.
Rouge, it's Tails. Is Shadow with you?
Yeah? He's just napping and listening to his tunes.
Why? Do you need to speak with him?
No. At least not now. I'll keep you posted.
Are you sure? I can.
Well, that deconfirms one of my theories. Shadow didn't get his quills done.
Maria!
And there we go.
That's still funny watching it like the third time through, not gonna lie.
I'm stupidly proud of the little Maria bit while Shadow's snoring for some reason.
Yes!
It was just something I thought to do while recording, and it was like that's too good. I can't not have it in the video.
Yep. As Schemo Sabe said, just Maria.
Maria. I love it. Was that a picture of Amy by Shadow? Yeah, it's a reference to some ancient Flash animation. I think it's called Shadow's CD player. Uh, but like that whole bit with Shadow snoring on the couch and the picture of Amy and everything is a reference to that old video. Posted on like Newgrounds sometime back in the day, you know. Uh,
Oh, one of those nice animations.
oh yeah. I mean, you know, God, I forget how it goes. It's like Shadow is snoring, just listening to his tunes, as Rouge described in the comic, and then I think various characters walk by him. Sonic eventually uh, listens to it, and it's the song "Supergirl" by Miss Papaya, which is a fucking bop, by the way. And then Shadow just kind of like embarrassedly he wakes up, notices what Sonic is listening to, and is like something along the lines of like, "Uh, that's not mine," or something.
That's awesome.
I remember that too. Shadow CD player was my favorite, my dude. Hey, well, at least somebody remembers. But yeah. So the next video here on the just random sort of uncategorized section, the second of two for that section, is Storytime 6. Storytime with Skull902 is a series that I have largely neglected. Uh, so I figured that with the 20th anniversary of Star Fox Adventures, I could bring it back. Um, and talk about not just Star Fox Adventures because I've done that quite a bit on my channel, but that was one of the things around 20 years ago. During this period. Hi, Sunswift, welcome to the stream.
Yes, welcome in, Sunswift.
But this is around the time like 20 years ago, back in late '02 and early '03, that my family was going through an extremely tough time. It was just a lot to deal with, and so like many people do, when they're going through tough times, they might take a look at some of the media that they like to you know uh, just get away from it, for a little bit and just, relax and have something to take their mind off of the troubling times. My family and I had Star Fox Adventures, as previously mentioned. Um, and I think the two other big things that we really took to for some sort of comfort around that time were Cartoon Network and its various shows, as well as wrestling, WWE to be specific. So I made a video just rambling on about how we, had that, and yeah. So that's story time with Skull902 number 6. Let's go play that right now.
Hey everyone, Skull902 here. I've mentioned it a couple times before, but the period between late 2002 and early 03 was a pretty rough one for my family. Obviously, I'm not about to go into the reasons for that since it's all very personal, but if there was one thing my mom, 2 brothers, little sister, and I could count on to distract us from our troubles, it was the entertainment that we consumed as a family. So allow me, my dear viewer, to go on for a bit about the media that brought us together during that time. I've talked about this at length plenty of times, so I'll try to make it short. One of my favorite games for the Nintendo GameCube, Star Fox Adventures, started off as a gift for my older brother when he liked it a lot after renting it from Blockbuster so many times, but it surprisingly sucked all of us in with its story, characters, the wonderful music, and gorgeous aesthetics. We were hooked, speculating on just what was going to happen to Fox next, how he'd get the Spellstones, save Crystal, and so on. I remember things like staying awake in the middle of the night to watch my older brother kick some sharp claw ass many a time, my mom helping out during the challenge to beat Musclefoot, getting spooked by Tricky running right up into the view of Fox's binoculars, my brothers and I thinking the disappointing final confrontation with General Scales was a glitch, and my older bro's 2-month-long struggle to finally beat Andros, culminating in his victory with all 5 of us crammed into the little back bedroom at my grandma's house in the wee hours of the morning. It was honestly emotional to see him beat the game. We celebrated for the longest time, my little brother cried. It was our biggest escape from real life, and we had a hell of a time during the ride. Rare did an awesome job with this one. Some might have some harsh criticism for it, but after that playthrough, man, I'll always find a great amount of value in the game. I can't even really pin this on just one show. We just loved the channel, in particular the cartoons. Johnny Bravo failing to get a date or going on adventures with his mom, Susie, Carl, and Pops. Dexter coming up with some crazy contraption and having to deal with the antics of his dim-witted sister, whether it be the classic first 2 seasons or the really weird final 2. Yes, I even have a weird soft spot in my heart for a third Dad episode where nearly the entire thing is him lining up a shot in golf. We had Courage the Cowardly Dog dealing with all these strange, fucked up monsters and bizarre scenarios. Special mention to the series finale where it shows how he was adopted by Muriel that premiered during this time period. And of course, my favorite one. The Powerpuff Girls fighting crime, trying to save the world one villain at a time. CN hyped the shit out of the movie earlier that year, and while I didn't see it until over a decade afterward, I do remember the promotions fondly, as well as the episode where they adopt Bullet, and this one ad where the girls land in this dude's backyard, which I have no idea how exactly to describe the vibes it gives me, but this is like the perfect commercial for that show. Love the camera work, the editing, animation, and all that, and it fills me with some kind of sense of optimistic hope or something. Good stuff. Also, let me just tell you something. Friday nights were the shit wherever we happened to be staying. In particular, I remember the September 20th, 2002 edition of Cartoon Fridays vividly. No idea what possessed her to do it, but my mom basically ordered the entire menu of our favorite local pizza place, and we ate like fucking kings huddled together watching our favorite tunes. My god, what a time. When I became a wrestling fan on Christmas Day the year before, the fam and I almost immediately became regular week-by-week viewers of what was then the WWF's programming. It's what got my mom back into it after nearly a decade of being out of the loop. Throughout 2002, the company went through a brand split which saw its wrestlers become exclusive to one of their 2 main shows, they went through a name change, and the Ruthless Aggression era kicked off. Later in the year when this period started, we were still catching WWE religiously. Monday and Thursday nights were a time of excitement. Sure, we had to suffer through things like the Katie Vick and Al Wilson storylines, but we also got the amazing hype train that was the build-up to the first Elimination Chamber match, the SmackDown 6 crushing it with a series of fantastic, exciting matches, Booker T and Goldust's amazing chemistry as a comedic duo and tag team, as well as The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar's brutal feud over the WWE title. Plus, if we needed a fix on the days the shows weren't airing, we had recordings of older episodes as well as the VHS tapes for Survivor Series 2000 and WrestleMania X7 to rewatch. One thing in terms of home media I remember pretty well was at the end of the Taker-Lesnar feud, Undertaker was chucked off the stage and injured by the Big Show to set up a feud of their own. This kept Taker off SmackDown for a couple months, and that bummed me right out because he's my favorite wrestler. One day, my mom noticed and had my cousin pick up Undertaker This Is My Yard from Media Play for me. The best memory has to be going to my first wrestling event, the October 28th, 2002 edition of Raw emanating from Joe Louis Arena. The Katie Vick storyline officially ended, Test's fans were christened the Testicles, Kane beat Triple H in a casket match with an assist from Shawn Michaels. It was a goddamn blast, and I got a pretty cool arena-exclusive piece of swag from it too. Packed with adrenaline-rushing can't-miss action during one of the best eras for storytelling, WWE had us on the edge of our seats and then some. And so ends my 40 millionth nostalgia babble. For real though, it really was a dark time in our lives, and I feel like since it's been 20 years now, I should shed a light on the stuff that brought us some happiness as a family back in the day. Having these things to look forward to meant a whole hell of a lot to us back then, and I'll appreciate it tremendously for the rest of my life. So big thanks to Rare, Nintendo, Cartoon Network, and WWE for the levity we really needed at the time. That'll do it for this one. Hope you enjoyed. I've been skull902, thank you for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day.
All right. So, like I said in the
First
video,
off, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
First off, before we forget, welcome in Satunin Lohi Christmas. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name.
Yeah. Welcome in there, Lohi. Hope you've been having a good day and a happy new year and all that. But yeah, you know, like I said in the video, there's my 40 millionth nostalgia babble, and I'll keep doing them.
Fine.
Uh,
Honestly, a lot of those shows, like I was like, Courage the Cowardly Dog is definitely something I haven't thought of in a hot minute.
and it was just so good back then, you know. Just like you know, uh, when almost everything that the channel aired was really, really, really good. We just had no idea how spoiled we were in that respect. Uh, how's Christmas been for all of you, especially you, Scully? The holiday season has been you know, pretty good. You know, I had some fun times doing streams and all that. A bit of a scare with you know, sickness. That's still a possibility, but thankfully I've been largely avoiding it. You know, for the last little bit. So yeah. Uh, I saw some comments here about how people didn't know that The Rock used to have hair. He sure did. Uh, I remember back in those days when I started watching wrestling, The Rock had hair. But you know, he's since chosen to shave it all off. Uh, and I think he has the funniest reason for that too. He was questioned on it, and he was like, "Oh no, I'm not balding or anything. I just shaved because every time I grew my hair out, it looks like pubes."
I think I remember that.
Yeah, that comes from the man himself. And like, I I can sort of see in a comedic way, like from pictures of when his hair was a little longer, but like he kept it pretty short. You know, when I was first watching wrestling, I don't think it quite looked like pubes then, but you know, if that's what the man thinks, that's what the man thinks. Uh, Goodness gracious. So next up, the next category is Let's Plays. There's only one video that I'm looking to show for Let's Plays this year because I didn't do a whole lot for LPs this year. I meant to, but Sprites kits sort of took like the majority of my attention. So I wasn't able to quite get to all my Let's Play obligations
And
this
as
year.
aforementioned, the year just kind of sped by.
It really did, and you know, I have my attention turned to like so many different projects. It was just Let's Plays took sort of a backseat. You know, I have a shitload of extra videos to do, but I was only able to get one of them out, and that was the Sonic CD extra video. Let's have a look at. We got 28 minutes ahead of us for this one here. So the Sonic CD extra video, you know, full of trivia, tidbits, stuff about the game that I'm sure everybody knew before I posted the video, but you know, it's from my perspective. So you know, I think that counts for something. So.
Something to have fun talking about.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, so yeah, let's get to the extra part of Let's Play Sonic CD right now.
Hey everyone, skull902 here, and today, it's time to finish up my Let's Play of Sonic CD with some trivia and other such nifty information. You know how these extra videos go. Or not, I don't know how familiar you are with the channel. Let's begin. This time around, we not only have the special stages and bad futures to look at, but the original version of the game as well, plus even more stuff. Gonna start off here with Amy and Palm Tree Panic. I first ran into her in Collision Chaos in the LP, but if you go through the present in Act 1, you can actually run into Amy. So that's pretty nifty. She will latch on and hug you, but she can't do that if you have a shield, as I learned on Dennis's stream yesterday, so that's actually pretty interesting that Sonic Shield prevents that. This here is a special stage. The premise of these special stages is that you got this 3D view. Though it's all still 2D, you got these UFOs flying around, and you need to break them all. That's how you get the time stones. Each one that you break will give you an item like the speed shoes there. Some will give you rings, which I believe make Sonic's ground running speed faster the more rings that you have. Though don't quote me on that. So it's all very interesting. If you run into the water, the time goes down quicker. You are on a time limit, and if the time gets below 20 seconds, there will be a red UFO that will give you, I believe, 30 seconds more time. So that's actually really helpful. You can stay in a special stage perpetually if you keep breaking that one. That's how you get a time stone. And of course, if you get all 7 of them, then you get the good ending that way, as I mentioned in the LP. It is the quicker but more risky route to getting them. And the reason why I think is because these fuckers get pretty tricky from the 5th one onward. So it's quicker, but again, riskier than the robot generators. But the thing about that is, I'm about to go into the future here. And the time stones are really convenient in the respect that, in each Act 1 and 2, you don't have to individually break each of the robot generators. So it's like an automatic good future for each zone, which is fantastic. Cuts out a lot of the work to beating the game. So I just think that it's really cool that they do give you 2 options for doing that, but that's what happens when you get the time stones. This is Tails. So when you beat the game for the first time, it'll be like, hey, you unlocked Tails, and here's him in the options. When you play as Tails, there's no story cutscenes because this is supposed to be non-canon. So Metal Sonic won't take Amy and stuff, but you do have time travel still. If you run in a straight path for long enough, or if you bounce between 2 springs, as I did in this clip, Tails can still go into the past, which I think is really neato burrito. You still have both options, of course. I'm about to break a robot generator here, and then in the next clip will be the special stage, so whichever way you want to beat the game as Tails, it'll still let you do it, just as with Sonic, which I think is really cool. And whatnot, they didn't cut anything out aside from the story cutscenes, because again, that would be really weird. Bosses are just the same, and you get no animations either. So yeah, this is the Sega CD version, the original, released in 1993. The original does something interesting where, like, when Sonic's running full speed, the camera will shift ahead of him. Some people like that. Some people, like me, don't. Here's the original spin dash for Sonic CD. As you can see, it's not instantaneous. You got to charge it up first before Sonic goes. So what most people do is this. They'll charge up a super peel out and then press down as soon as he goes. It's much quicker that way. Here's the original, much choppier special stages from the Sega CD version. And now we're moving on to easier time travel than what I showed off in the LP with Quartz Quadrant. These were pointed out to me by Sonic Fan J, who I'll mention later. This one, I swear I've gotten it to work in this version. Never as Tails, though. But when I was recording, it did not want to cooperate with me here. But you can do it. So instead in Act 1, what I typically do is this. It's just as reliable. You know, it sends you on a straight path. You just keep holding right to run, and then it'll send you into the past, and all you gotta do is backtrack a little bit to get to the robot generator. In Act 2, you got this path, and it's much easier than what I did. I feel like such a fucking idiot for either not knowing or remembering that that this was a thing. But you spin dash right here, you bounce off the spring, booyah, sends you right to the past, guaranteed every time. So yeah, Quartz Quadrant to time travel in is not as difficult as I made it out to be in the LP, and I apologize for that. So here's the bad futures. There's absolutely no reason to travel here during the course of a playthrough, but you know, if you so wish. Palm Tree Panic here, as you can see, the very little plant life that's left is dead. A lot of the platforms that would either be stationary or moving, they're just done for. Robotnik has a different colored boss. And then here's Collision Chaos. It's fully electrified now. Eggman may be using it as some kind of power plant and whatnot. So that's pretty interesting. Tidal Tempest here. It's all like rusted up, and it's got Eggman imagery, of course, because, you know, he took over the world. So that's interesting. Quartz Quadrant here. The mine has been completely dug up. And again, it's all like electrified. There's absolutely no plant life, I think, in this one. So, you know, Eggman's just kind of using it, again, as another power source. The boss in this one, he's made it all gold. Because I presume he made a lot of money doing what he did. So, here's Wacky Workbench. Again, the stage is much more electrified. And the floor, actually, the bouncing floor is on all the time. So here's the Eggman statue, actually, that I mentioned in the LP. And again, if you break it, he'll send the bombs after you. So, yeah. Here's Stardust Speedway. Everything's got like a red tint in the background. It's kind of like a big old city. So I presume Eggman's sort of like, maybe not base of operations, but it's clearly like the only place where there's any life anymore, since it's a city. And of course there's a big-ass Eggman statue. There's a perpetual storm in Act 3, so that's pretty interesting. Here's Metallic Madness. Once again, he kind of dug everything out and, you know, put some generators and stuff here. You can see the walls are all cracked, presumably from overuse. And then the final boss here is indoors, and there's like this big engine or whatever the hell in the background. So yeah, that's pretty much all the bad futures and stuff. So here's a little Easter egg. If you leave the game running for 3 minutes, Sonic will just give up. He'll just straight up give up, and it's not fun. So again, near 3 minutes, he'll give us a little bit of a jumps off the screen, and boom, instant game over. There are a couple areas where you can completely avoid this. So like he'll jump, but then he'll go into like a little tube and then you know, keep going. But I think that's kind of mean, actually. Like, what if you accidentally didn't pause or something? Fuck's sake. Also a little creepy, what with the game over music and shit. But here's the staff credits, actually, for the 2011 version. I can't show them all off, obviously, because that would take too much time. But if you beat the game as Tails, instead of, you know, the original credit sequence and whatnot, because obviously hiring, you know, animation studio to do new animations would have taken a lot of time and money. It gives you the staff who worked on the 2011 version. So, you know, that's pretty fucking cool, actually. So when you beat the game as Tails, again, you get the 2011 version staff credits. And again, there's no, like, special ending after the credits for Tails. So whether you get the good ending or the bad ending, it just boots you right to the menu. So that's all the unseen gameplay. So next segment. Due to the version differences, this one's going to get a little complicated. For level select, In the original version, press up, down, down, left, right, B on the title screen. Something to note is that it works differently than the other classic Sonic games in that once the stage is over, you're booted back to the title screen. Attempting to time travel will do this too, but if you do the code again, the next level you select will be in whatever time you travel to, with the time and ring count from the previous level. In the 2011 version, level select becomes accessible in the extras menu after clearing the special stages in time attack with a time of under 4 minutes. From the normal stage select menu, you can only play as Sonic. There is a way to get it with Tails, but I'll mention that later. On the subject of time attack, if you want to see how the developers did on certain levels, press right, right, up, up, down, C on the title screen in the original version. To unlock the normal sound test, known as the DA Garden, you have to beat the game with the good ending in the original version, or clear all stages in time attack in under 30 minutes in the 2011 version. The DA Garden is an interesting little menu with a view of Little Planet you can control in many different ways, with a day-night cycle and appearances by the game's characters. However, you can't listen to the past version of any song. To do that, you have to access the secret sound test. In the original version, press down, 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 left, right, A on the title screen. You have to clear the special stages in time attack with a time of under 5 minutes in the 2011 version to get the secret sound test from the extras menu. This sound test becomes important to a lot of the other cheats and extras. Those goodies are accessed by inputting 3 numbers listed under FM, PCM, and DA in the original version. In the HD version, the FM slot isn't there, so the codes are only 2 numbers. Debug mode is accessible after putting these codes in the sound test. As you might expect, debug mode works just as it does in the other classic Sonics of the time, so let's just move on. Much like Sonic 3 and Sonic & Knuckles, there's a hidden special stage you can play by inputting all 7s in the sound test. If you put the code in correctly, for those of us that can count, it says welcome to secret special stage or welcome to the secret special stage before letting you in. This one's got an Eggman motif and it's pretty fucking hard too. Beating this one gives you a list of the people who worked on the special stages in the original version. In the remake, it just sends you to the 2011 staff credits. According to a former QA tester for Sega of Europe, this special stage was meant to be in the proper game itself. Beating it would have replaced the ring monitors and stages with S monitors that acted as a prototype version of Supersonic by giving you the speed shoes and invincibility at the same time with no change in appearance. Here are some odd ones that only work in the original. On the title screen, if you hold down and A, then press up, down, 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 up, you can move the clouds around with the second controller. Truly the most useful cheat code in all of video games. Found yourself stuck or otherwise inconvenienced? End Sonic's misery by pressing A, B, or C while paused. Doing this will kill him, so you don't have to wait for a time over or hope for an enemy to do the job for you. With this code, you yourself can be Sonic's enemy. A 2011 version exclusive. If you beat the normal stages in under 26 minutes in the time attack, you unlock visual mode from the extras menu, which will allow you to watch the opening, both endings, and a pencil test of animations from the opening and credits. Of course, I had to save the best for last. These are hidden images accessible from the sound test. These codes get you an image of Tails drawn by his creator Yasushi Yamaguchi saying, "See you next game," as this one was originally meant to be released before Sonic 2. Though you could take it as him saying he'll be back in Sonic 3 and K ready to extract revenge on those who wronged him. You'll get MC Sonic rapping with Metal Sonic and Eggman backing him up with these codes. This one was done up by Kazuyuki Hoshino, who I guess was the only person in Japan who listened to rap music at the time. These codes give you a Chibi Sonic with gray eyes by Masahiro Sanpei. Ain't he adorable? The message next to him reads, "You are cool" by Sanchanzu. Thanks man, I needed to pick me up. The last two are pretty fucking weird. Ever wanted to see Sonic done up like Batman? Put these codes in to see just that with an image drawn by Takumi Miyake. Good fucking god, he's muscular. And of course, the infamous one. When you enter these codes, you get this creepy son of a bitch. Just good lord. Weirdly proportioned Sonic with a human face bearing such a sinister grin and mustache, and the off-looking pose too. Though a lot of its creepy factor comes from being paired with the boss theme. For North American players, we got the ominous, intimidating tune. In Japan and Europe, well... Honestly, that song kinda makes this screen funny. The words "fun is infinite" are scrawled across this one, which was drawn by Masato Nishimura, who put Majin as his signature. Majin, of course, translates to devil in English, so pretty appropriate, I'd say. This feels weird having only one ending that I have to cover. But here it is. So here's the bad ending of the game. Much like in the good ending, it's going to start off with this little bit of animation here. Sonic's carrying Amy along, and then they're going to land nearby the Never Lake once jumping off the little planet. So Sonic, again, he just runs off, doesn't check up on Amy's condition or anything. Big jerk. But the chain explodes. And Little Planet's gonna rise into the sky, and it seems everything is alright. Sonic's gonna land, it's gonna get all glittery and shit, but here's the difference. Eggman's carrying a time stone, so he's just gonna go back in time and start this whole thing over again. So, you know, he's laughing about it and everything. There's nothing Sonic can do about it. But Sonic does grab this rock here, and he throws it at Eggman for, you know, bragging and laughing at him and shit. And quite frankly, I love this ending more than the good ending because I just like seeing Eggman get fucking owned there. So the rest of it before the credits is just the same. I should say before and during the credits, you know, it just plays the same animation over again. Same credits, no difference. And then after the credits are done, the Little Planet will show up over Never Lake again, chained to the mountain there, and yeah, you failed. So, you know, you gotta try it again in order to get the good ending. So, yeah, again, that's the only one that I have to show off here, so moving on. Now it's time to pick up what's been put on the cutting room floor. First up are some of the sprites and animations which went unused. Starting, of course, with Sonic being electrocuted, because we like torturing our boy. These likely would have been used in Wacky Workbench or possibly Collision Chaos during the Metal Sonic sequence. Here's some kind of animation of Sonic falling, presumably for when he's traveling through time. Just like the Turtles! Then we've got the Blue Hedgehog flapping his little arms around, perhaps to help his mobility underwater in tidal tempest. Now he's looking over his shoulder, and I love the shit out of this sprite. Should have been used somewhere. But of course, we can't forget about Sonic's allergy mechanic. For real though, this sneezing animation was meant to indicate Sonic's feeling a sense of upcoming danger. Think Spider-Man but with a cold. This was apparently an early concept Sega had about the character. It was never fully implemented in the games, but did make its way into some extra material like merchandise and, would you look at that, right there in the opening cutscene, though it is kind of a blink and you'll miss it thing. The missing transformation. Upside Down Sonic, with Tails equivalents from the remake. Next up is the shrugging animation, which is presumed to have been intended for a situation Sonic couldn't get himself out of. Then we've got the hedgehog being snagged up like he's a prize in one of Sega's UFO catchers, which look fucking impossible, by the way. Next are a couple from the special stage, Sonic being knocked back, and then flung in the air. Now he's doing his best Dude Bro impression by going chest out, arms back. At least he doesn't look nearly as derpy doing it as Tom Wilson. Disgusted at being compared with such a piece of shit, Sonic hurriedly looks for somewhere to hide, skidding along the way. Little does he know he can never truly hide from me. And last is a sequence of sprites where Amy has hearts in her eyes. Unused in the original, these would get utilized in the remake whenever Amy hugs Sonic. As for unused objects, there's a few monitors that were scrapped, such as the S monitor mentioned earlier. If placed in debug mode, it'll give you the speed shoes, invincibility, and a shield all at once. Next one up's a blue ring, but it doesn't serve a purpose when placed in-game. They were apparently pretty undecided on its function. In one prototype build it acts the same as the S monitor, while in another it gave you an invisible shield that you could stack with a regular, more visually apparent shield. The blue ring monitor would eventually be used for the combine/hyper ring power-up in Knuckles Chaotix and Sonic Mania. The last one of these monitors has a clock on it. I'm sure you can guess what it's for. In the final game, if you break it, it only works to stop some animations. For the special stage, there are these oil slicks that would slip Sonic up. They're present in a couple prototype builds, but there are none out there where the slicks are functional. Also, there's this hand icon, which may or may not have stopped the timer. In the original version, there was a cut zone known simply as R2. Considering the game's unique terminology, using the word round instead of zone, we can assume by the name that this level was meant to take place between Palm Tree Panic and Collision Chaos. This shot from the ending sequence was confirmed to take place in the zone, and there are also some conceptual pieces like this one with rainbow waterfalls or a couple different enemies that would have been there, as well as the intended boss. A year and a half after the remake was released, Christian Whitehead compiled and shared a sprite sheet full of things meant to be included in R2, as well as an unused enemy in R8, or Metallic Madness, that also appears in the end sequence. Interesting stuff to be sure. But that's not the only cut zone. During development of the remake, Christian Whitehead planned to include a new zone called Desert Dazzle, based on the unused desert level prototype in Sonic 2. Its art was finished, the present version's level layout was done, and there was even some music done for it, but ultimately the level was scrapped. A mock-up of it, which you're seeing now, can be accessed by putting in PCM32, DA8 in the sound test. It's also the only way to access the level select with Tails as your chosen character. If any of the zone artwork looks familiar, it later served as a basis for Mirage Saloon and Sonic Mania, so in the end it didn't go to waste. Christian Whitehead wanted to add a zone to the game as a reward for collecting all the time stones. There isn't much information out there aside from this picture and a description of what could have been. No consistent flow of time, Eggman's robot taking up a big chunk of the map, the boss itself would have been nigh invincible. Sonic would have to reach warp speed, but wouldn't need to do so with time travel signs in order to damage the robot by going backward in time. The boss would have also played the final boss theme. If all the time stones were collected, you'd hear the normal boss theme in Metallic Madness Act 3. An interesting concept for a boss, and I guess Mr. Whitehead thought so too, because a couple of them would be a part of both Titanic Monarch and Egg Reverie Zone in Mania. There's a fair bit of concept art that's gotten out there, not just for the game, but the animated sequences as well. Here's some of them from the game. Sonic in his pose from Wacky Workbench, concept art of Amy Rose leading into her final design sheet. Of course, you can't forget about Metal Sonic with some of his conceptual designs, a few of Eggman's vehicles, and some drawings of Little Planet, the special stage, the signposts, a document on the Metal Sonic race, as well as a diagram for the time travel mechanic. As far as the animations go, we have character design sheets for Sonic, Amy, Metal, and Eggman, not to mention some storyboards, and oh my god! Sonic! You told everyone not to be a fool! That smoking isn't cool! It's for dumbbots, and is bad for your health. Well, I for one am spliggered by this development. But for real though, this was just something done up as a welcoming sign for the staff room. I love how fucking miserable he looks. And of course, the random trivia section. Here are some neato little tidbits about the game. I brought this up in the commentary, but Amy originally appeared in the 1992 Sonic manga and had a different design at first as a result of Sega's internal contest. Here she is with her brown fur design, though her usual outfit looked like this. Eventually they switched to her familiar pink design to match up with the games. Don't remember if I mentioned it in the LP at all, but in the American manual, the localization team tried to synergize the games and Saturday morning cartoon by renaming Amy Princess Sally. Considering the show's cancellation a year later and the fact these two look nothing alike, I'm sure it's a huge surprise to hear this change didn't exactly stick. If you're like me, which I hope you're not, you love the animated cutscenes in this game. Turns out someone got their hands on a few of the animation cells and put them online. Glad to see at least a few of these got preserved and are still in fairly good condition too. You know it, motherfucker. Time for the trend to continue. For the last installment of Inspirational Japanese box art text, we've got a bit of a double whammy. The first snippet on the front cover, which is also really tiny, says, "To live a life of power, you must have faith that what you believe is right, even if others tell you you're wrong. The first thing you must do to live a life of power is to find courage. You must be ready to reach beyond the boundaries of time itself. And to do that, all you need is the will to take that first step." My god, that's beautiful. On the back, Sonic is quoted as saying, "Ask not what others can do for you, but what you can do for others." Well, if we're gonna have the antagonist take from a long-dead American president, why not the hero? Unfortunately, they stopped doing this kind of thing from Adventure onward, and, well, it's sad the journey's over, but at least we had a good time along the way. Or at least I did. Honestly, if you don't like these quotes, you can get the hell out. Time to talk ads. Not really much to go by since Sonic CD didn't have an American commercial, but I just wanted to show off the Japanese ad a bit because I think it's epic as fuck. Sonic and Metal circling each other about to throw down as you can do anything plays in the background, it's awesome. Aside from this weird shit, it's the first use of CGI in the series I can think of and it honestly still looks pretty good. They captured the characters well. Plus the badass sounding guy who says the game's title in English. It was so cool they had him do it again in another couple of commercials. Seriously, have a listen.
Sonic the Hedgehog CD from Mega CD. Non-stop power play. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 from Mega Drive. Sonic and Knuckles lock on.
So the chronology of classic Sonic is a bit of a weird thing because of this game. It doesn't have a number or anything, so who's to really say, right? Well, there are a few opinions out there. One of course is that it takes place between 2 and 3 because that's when it was released. Fair enough. According to the game's director, Naoto Oshima, it takes place between Sonic 1 and 2. Considering the original version's spin dash, this sounds pretty believable, and, as of the release of Sonic Origins, it's the official timeline. A headcanon presented to me by Sonic Fan J, check out her Sonic AU, links in the description, suggests that CD took place even before Sonic 1, with the justification that, even though Sonic doesn't use the spin dash in the first game, he's using his unrefined spin dash here because he doesn't have to worry about hurting any little animals, as Eggman isn't using them to power his machines. It's not just based on that idea though. She also showed me a translation of the Japanese Sonic 1 manual, which includes a quote from Eggman talking about how they'd fought multiple times before. So an interesting headcanon, makes sense to me. I mentioned in the LP that Amy was originally conceived as a character who had an interest in mystical things like tarot card reading and fortune telling, with these traits largely falling by the wayside as the years went on. However, there are a couple references made in later post-adventure material that call back to these original characteristics, and I'm going to talk about a few of them. First is the Sonic X episode, The Planet of Misfortune, or if you want the Japanese title, Please Marmalin. Bit of an odd one when translated. I couldn't possibly do better than the summary I once wrote for a friend, therefore I'll read from that instead. So in the space opera that was the third season, one of the last filler episodes has our heroes go searching for a Chaos Emerald on a planet inhabited by a race of alien mystics who specialize in romance. Amy goes full tourist in an attempt to get together with Sonic using these aliens' magic. She routinely takes him away from the plot by dragging him off to go to fortune tellers or do all these wacky activities. After a while, it's not working, so with the help of the locals, she sets up a trap for him to run into. When they both fall into a small pool of water somewhere, they'll become smitten with each other. However, Sonic avoids the trap and Tails and Cosmo end up in it instead to help out their plot thread for the season. The episode ends with Amy throwing a bitch fit just out of earshot from the pair because it didn't work. The audience is supposed to like this character, by the way. Can definitely see why some kid growing up watching the show would have looked at that or the other various examples of the show's bad character writing and thought, yeah, I don't like her. The only interesting thing to come about from it was that she reveals some of what Sonic's muted line during their infinitely better moment from the Season 2 finale was in the Japanese version. TLDR, Amy wants Sonic's dick unreasonably bad in episode 69. Not to remind anyone of Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood's existence, but in Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood, Amy has a POW move called the Tarot Draw, where she walks up to her opponent and like a shady street merchant, she draws a card, then uses it to predict the future. This puts a curse on the enemy. The worst part is they didn't even ask for the reading and still have to pay for it. Should've just ripped up a chain letter instead, at least that's free. The third reference to it is Amy's section from the manga Sonic Channel did for the series' 25th anniversary. In it, a crystal ball tells our pink heroine that a special someone will visit her, so she decides to make them cookies because she's a sweetheart. Then her oven catches fire and Sonic ends up being the one to get her out of there, fulfilling the crystal ball's prophecy. Omo-Chow tries telling them something at the end, but it's probably not that important. Fuck you, Omo-Chow, trying to waste their time during such a friendly conversation. After I had finished writing this video, but before I could really get to work on it, IDW released Sonic the Hedgehog number 45 in October 2021, which contains yet another reference to Amy's fortune-telling and card-reading hobbies. I, for one, blame Gigi. Clearly she hacked into my computer, so I had this video on the docket, and decided to put this in the comic so that this section of the video would be incomplete. The pink hedgehog breaks out the cards telling her sucky OC pals that she's something of an expert on the subject and met somebody special because of it. Then it cuts to Sonic doing that little sneeze mentioned earlier while he and Tails play video games. Funny and also clever. And then later, while I still couldn't get this video out, the compilation Sonic Origins released in June 2022, and while I'm still upsetty spaghetti that it doesn't work on my computer, new animated cutscenes were done for the game from Amy's perspective. In the opening, she does some tarot and gets a bad draw, opting to try again and getting a more favorable result before her cards blow away and Little Planet appears over Never Lake. At the end, she does another draw, predicting the events of Sonic 2 and 3 before Sonic flies by on the tornado, blowing her cards away again in the process. But from the look on her face as she watches him, you can tell she's inspired. And just like that, we're all done. CD may be the most obscure of the main classic Sonic series, but it has a good chunk of interesting things to talk about all the same, and I hope you enjoyed seeing some of it. Next time I'll get into the extras of Donkey Kong Country. See you then! I have been skull902, thank you for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day.
Okay. So, that was the Sonic CD extra video. I saw a couple people there saying that it was very informational and that they were learning stuff. So, I guess I guess the video did its job. Thank you very much for those comments.
Yeah, I know I was laughing along to it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the compliments, everyone. So yeah, I do wish to do more of these LP extra videos, but they do take a lot to make, and I have I have a lot of other stuff that I need to work on that's a little higher priority. So balancing things out is a very hard thing to do, and some projects just kind of need to sit by the wayside, while I work on other ones. Princess,
Princess Anthesia, that would be me, Dylan Bradley, and welcome in. Also welcome in to Great Waluigi, and I believe that there was one other person whose name I am admittedly forgetting.
Yeah,
who came in.
a few people came in during the CD Extra video. Georgia did.
So welcome in.
And so welcome to all of you. TGW, Princess, Georgia, all of yous. I learned a lot from this, and it helped me learn about the cutting room floor and the stuff they dug up. Hey, well, I'm glad I could teach somebody something with one of these videos.
Yeah, there's some pretty neat cuts that they had in this. I love that in the remake they actually pull out the image of Tails that says "See you next time" with him sitting next to his canonically favorite car, the Lotus Super 7. In the remake, when you finish the game as Tails, it gives you that as your victory screen.
By the remake, do you mean Sonic Origins?
Yes,
Oh,
and
okay.
the Whitehead remake standalone as well.
Well, that image doesn't show when you beat the game as Tails with but whatever. That's
I'm just like, I swear to God, I saw it somewhere in that game, but nonetheless.
I am so nitpicking your statement right now. I'm so sorry, but
Oh, it's fine.
so
Correct me if I'm wrong. So.
well, in any case, let's move on here. So that was
Yeah.
the Let's Play section, just the one video. And you know, Katie said she saw I was live streaming. That's one of the other things I tend to do, live stream. And every once in a while, I might dig up a moment from an LP, or sorry, not an LP, a live stream, and make it a little highlight video. But you know, I had two such videos this year. One of them was for a whole ass stream. So I have two stream highlights that I want to show off. The first one is like about half an hour long. It's the highlights from the July 8th stream when KN and I played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge together. That was a really fun stream, just a great old time kicking some Foot Clan ass. And then the second one is a comparatively much shorter video, about 30 seconds. The stream highlight from September 2nd. Yeah, I'm just going to play those two without interruption, without any commentary between the two videos. Yeah, and Princess, to answer your question, whoever you want.
Yeah, I hope you have fun with the drawing.
Yeah, you know, just let that creativity flow. Yeah, stream highlights from July 8th and September 2nd are coming your way right now. So let's get on to it. I see Vinny's in my chat. Hi, Vinny, who says, haha, I can say bad words here, like poop and doo-doo.
Hello, everybody. This is KN from Sonic Song 182.
Hey everyone, skull902 here.
And we're dual streaming some Ninja Turtles. Aw, yeah!
Yeah, streamers in a half shell.
On today's show, a gift for me as a thanks for... What's going on? Where's the gift receipts?
That gasp was amazing.
So up New York, we interrupt this program to give you chaos. The Statue of Liberty's getting a makeover, and it's gonna look better than ever. Keep it locked up here on Bebop's Beat. Never thought I'd be a news anchor, but here we are. Oh, here we go. Are they just playing their Game Boys?
Yeah, no time for Game Boy.
Time for Game Boy. Ooh, but there's time for the vending machine. Oh my god. Ah! I got punched! Okay, sorry.
It's not, like, imperative to beating the game or anything, but if you get all the items that they ask you for, they will give you increasing amounts of experience, which is pretty nice. Oh my god, this one guy.
That guy. He's got to reclaim his honor because he was getting brutalized for like no reason. Oh, something's going on. Sorry, Bebop, we're ruining your... Oh my god, you ruined your own suit. Okay, please, slap him. Slap him. Hit! Oh my goodness, that guy is having a problem.
Man, we wrecked him.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry that we embarrassed you on national television, sir. It was your debut and all.
He's used to getting embarrassed.
Oh, that's rude. They
Man.
took our tire.
They took our tires. I can't believe
man.
it.
Donnie's gonna be so mad, and he's gonna blame me. Ah!
Yeah, he spent so much time working on that thing.
Ooh, pow pizzas.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of these around in the game, surprisingly.
Oh. I picked that up a little late. Woo hoo 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 hoo.
My God, you were going on for so long.
There's dudes in... Oh,
Irma!
Yeah, don't just sit on the stairs. It's violent out here. There's crime happening, please.
Naughty language is allowed in my stream, but I'm gonna say now, if there's somebody in my chat who doesn't like Irma, get out.
Sorry, that guy wasn't even doing anything to
Oop.
me. Oh, that guy did something to me now. Ow, oh my God! I'm gonna get out of the street. I'm gonna get out of the street. Hold my hand, Leo, hold my hand! We can't cross like this. I think we can save. Oh!
Oh God, you walked right into that.
I know! Stop it, he's already dead! Oh, okay.
Doing that's pretty much
Oh.
that required for getting the 250 hit achievement, which does not look fun to get.
I need to get my jumping game on a little bit better. Okay. I keep forgetting that jump is A.
Yeah.
Oh, did we kill him? Sorry, pal. I mean, Radical!
Yeah, Radical. Man, you guys really destroyed that Rhino lol, says Slytherin. Yeah, we rock steady, more like rock deady, am I right?
Oh, snap!
This here's a board level.
Oh! Okay, so it's like the surfing ones,
Yeah.
except on the street.
Yeah.
Ooh, it moves really fast, and I do not have any kind of muscle memory for this, so let's... Ah! God! I'm fine. Everything's alright, don't worry.
Yeah, those little flying guys are surprisingly hard to get just right. Is that guy using a wrench? Excuse me.
Stop laughing at us! Oh my God!
Ah!
What the heck? Oh! Oh, LB? LB?
Uh-huh.
What button is that? Here you go! Come on! Ah! They blew me up! I think I have not yet figured out how to attack him without hurting myself at the same time. I think
Yeah,
it's supposed to be, like, up, down, but I've not managed to do that correctly.
Yeah, I haven't figured out the pattern too well either.
We're getting him, though! We almost got him!
Okay. We good.
Oh. 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 Phew. Oh my God. That was a mess. Oh my God, I'm sorry, guys. Rest in
jeez.
peace, headphone users.
Goodness gracious.
I put my controller down on my glass desk and it vibrated violently. I want to protect him. Ooh, there's more.
Yeah, we're gonna see
Oh.
lots of fun animals around.
Oh, they're so cute. I'm going to adopt them. A toucan. I love all these birds in the foreground. I'm having a great time.
I'd call that one Toucan Sam, but he's not blue.
Craig.
Yeah, Toucan Craig.
Toucan Craig. Hey, buddy. What's up? Oh, there's a gray one. Oh man, I took an elbow. I took an arrow to the knee.
That is an ancient meme. Okay.
Vintage.
Oh. Level up once
Yeah,
more.
we're not even in range here. Ah!
Do you
I'm
run into
really
the
not good at doing that.
you run into the exploding barrels again?
Yes, I did. I threw a man into it, laughed, and then leaped into it myself and got injured. Hey! Ow.
I'm surprised that one didn't hurt you.
How do I do the throw into the screen thing then? Looks like I threw a banana at you.
Yeah, these monkeys aren't actually very nice.
What's going on with this guy's head?
Well, you know, Krang's body is disassembled right now, so,
Oh dear. It's gotta be in the fray here.
Alright, we got the
Are
one.
you dead now, buddy? Ow! I got shoveled. I got shoveled again. Yeah. Leave him alone. Leave me alone.
Oh, got him. Nice.
Ah, good job. I'm gonna stand on him.
Oh, another, Diary of Irma's there.
Stop reading her diary, Leo. That's messed up.
Well, you know, she asked us to find them, so that's just, in my opinion, that's permission to read.
I guess we do have to analyze if it's her handwriting or not.
I mean, you know, it should be okay. We're her friend.
It seems dangerous to be down here. Oh, right when I said that, I'm being run over by a train. Kill Master Splinter. I love him. Ow.
Yeah, that's not the best way to catch a ride on the subway.
Oh, probably not. I didn't realize it. Ah! He got us both with that garbage can.
Is he trying to tell us that we're garbage?
How dare!
Listen, I know we live around garbage.
Just because we live in sewage. Hey, man.
I am a rat king. You're trespassing on royal grounds. Dude, you
went too bad. We almost got him.
Oh.
Oh!
This isn't befitting. King.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get up, buddy, get up, buddy, get up, buddy.
Hey, nice. Just in time.
Oh my god, I found the grocery store.
This one's about Super Irma.
Okay, Irma. Don't want to know this. Oh my god, it's Taco Friday.
She referenced Super Irma. That's like one of the best episodes. And, you know, I've said it on Dennis's stream chat multiple times, Super Irma needs to be a DLC character.
Oh, you found a disgusting bug too.
Yeah.
If it's getting destroyed. Oh, Shredder, what are you doing here, dude? This is like level 2, 3, 4? Oh.
6.
Oh.
Behold the might of Tempestra. It's game over.
The Dame of Games, huh?
Oh.
Supposed to be this low on health at the same time. Stop partying, Mikey! Leave me alone, please, let me revive my brother! Okay, oh my god. Jeez, he was very gracious to wait, I'll give him that.
Beaten by turtles. Deep breath.
Yep. You got beaten by a bunch of turtles.
Josh says, also I came back to stop partying, Mikey, which was wonderful.
I was trying to revive Leo, but I was dancing. Oh my god, that guy stabbed me in the back twice. What a jerk.
I got speared a couple times for... Alright.
Everything's fine. Ah! Everything's fine. I thought I would respawn on the other side. Oh my god! How dare you! Revenge! I tried to get revenge, but I missed everybody. You gonna stay down, buddy? I think so. Oh. Oh. He did that to himself.
I intimidated him. Alright.
Yeah, he was too scared. I didn't want to die like this. Yeah!
You go, KN.
I killed everybody and then they killed me! Oh, that pizza was perfectly timed.
Yeah, it really was. Oh boy. Bebop and Rocksteady now.
And a weird bat. Come here, come here, come here, come here! Yeah! Style on him! Okay.
Just in time.
Woohoo!
That was a good one.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was a good fight. Dylan Bradley said it looks like Mikey's jumping into Leo's sword. Ow! Ow!
Oh
Ow.
God.
Ow! My head. Ow! You better move on, dude.
Yeah.
My celebration is hurting me.
All right, KN.
Yes.
Get ready for the single most rockin' song in the entire game.
Oh my god.
We've been making Power Rangers
Okay.
references, and quite frankly, I think this song sounds very Power Rangers. Let's get right into it.
All right. Manhattan. All right. Let's see. It's time to go parachuting at Angel Grove, dudes! Ooh, I leveled up!
Nice.
I'm just gonna party like there's no tomorrow.
That's a good way to raise your energy. That was a
I think
mistake.
that's my... Oh! Okay, buddy. Ouch. He's got explosives!
I've wasted so much of that. I was gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll taunt too. Oh wait, oops. That's a good thing he's mostly dead already.
Yeah! I wore myself out. Oh, that guy is so dead.
Absolutely.
Oh, we get to go to Coney Island. Leatherhead!
Yeah. Leatherhead's in this level. I guarantee. And that was a terrible Cajun accent, but whatever.
Oh, they've got plungers!
I like how Wingnut there is just completely destroyed in the background.
You know what? I think he's still alive. Hey, dude, you still alive in there?
Yeah, you know, he's twitching.
I checked his foot. He's got a pulse. Let's go. I'm medically trained. Oh, someone's gonna jump out of there. What is that? Ow!
It's just like the pirate ship level in Hyperstone Height. You know, there's floorboards and they'll spring up on you sometimes.
I found that off the hard way. I thought something was gonna pop up.
Well,
Scoot and get out of here.
You're just enacting a Michelangelo tradition because Rabid was also getting destroyed by the planks in the stream last month.
Leo, can we ride the bumper cars? We got time. Ow. Okay, maybe later.
Mikey, true ninjas don't ride bumper cars.
How about when we're done being ninjas for the hour?
Yeah, when they clock out.
Yep. Oh, I see that ahead. Hey, man.
Don't be escaping. Come on, man.
I have no idea what you said to me, but time to fight. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Ah! Every time! Every time!
Yeah, sometimes he can get himself in the exploding barrel. That's actually how he died in the last stream.
Oh my god. Saved that for you!
There we go.
Yeah! Oh! Sorry, Leatherhead. Oh! These guys like to stomp and grab! That makes sense. Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh. Oh, come on.
That was very rude. We must get revenge. You were so close.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtles Revenge. Yeah.
We have killed so many guys, dude. Over 2,000, good god.
You're getting up there. Oh, and a party pizza was right there, too. Alright,
Oh, right there.
save it for a little later.
Oh no. I think we can last a little longer. Get him, Leo! Ow.
Yeah, that wasn't a good
Oh,
idea.
not yet. He's using shields. Hold on.
Nice waste of a radical again, I see.
Oops. Ah!
Wait, it's also clear to me now. The turtles are my friends.
Yeah.
System crash.
Sorry, man.
It's all good.
I leveled up.
Hi, Miracle. Welcome to the stream.
Miracle.
I think we're about to head to 11.
I dine on turtles.
Aww.
He said the line!
Time to dine on turtle soup. With pillowy mounds of mashed potatoes.
Yeah! KN knows it. Of course. Oh.
What were you guys doing in that crate?
That's okay. They're robots.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Clearly it was Shredder's new Amazon order.
Oh, good. His latest order of foot soldiers.
Yeah.
Oh,
a party pizza. Thank God.
Okay. I gotta pause for a second if that's okay, Skull. Are we
Oh, you're
able to
good.
do that?
You good.
Okay.
Neutrino
I'll be
says,
here.
Wild Style. That's what they are. Leo, I am not carrying the whole game. Yep, boss time. KN needs a little rest. Seems. I'm just gonna circle around her for a bit. This is the entertainment that you came to see today. Look at all this intense action.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm ready to go. I just had a phone call come in real. Oh, and it was you know what? Not bad timing. We had a boss showing up right then and there.
Yep.
If
All right.
I end up dying and have to switch characters, I'll play Raph next, but I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen. I'd rather not die. Ow. Oh, good job, dude. Woohoo.
Thank you. Not today, Bob.
The guy wanted to beat us with his plunger. It's disgusting.
Very disgusting.
Oh! There's a pizza in the bottom right, but why are you getting eaten? Go eat the pizza, what the heck? I look away for 2 seconds and your entire upper half of your body's inside this guy's mouth. What on earth? Ah!
Every time the screen moves, I swear, I keep thinking that we're gonna get Baxter.
We're gonna get backstered.
That's when he hits us.
I don't want to get Stockmaned, bro.
Stockman is pretty great. Okay, party pizza, that'll be saved for a little later.
Yeah, we got enough to start. My zap turtles! Ah! He's got huge lasers! Huge lasers! Oh my god! Come back here!
Baxter, let me hit you.
Come on, man! Don't leave Leo hanging! Ha. Ooh, I got a new move. Press Y while doing a backflip. I don't even know how to do the backflip. So.
Backflip is the B button.
Oh, sorry.
Jeez. My goodness.
I keep forgetting it vibrates. I keep putting my controller down, and it makes this horrible noise.
Goodness
oh
gracious.
My goodness.
Hi,
Sorry. Ow.
Oh yeah, these ones throw grenades. That's their difference.
Oh, that's lovely.
Well, you know, they do live up to the name Rock Soldier.
Ooh.
I can at least say that about them.
I never actually knew what they were called. I just called them Combat Carls. Like from Toy Story.
That's a pretty acceptable name.
It makes sense. It's Combat Carl and Silver Combat Carl.
Yeah.
Ah! Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, we get a mini-boss.
A foot! Okay. Ah! I must contribute! Ow! And you
No problem.
You ducked under those strikes. That was good. Way to go, dude.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised, but thankful
yeah,
all the same.
Above your head. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Ayah!
Oh, there we go.
Pump. Oh, okay. I want to fight over there. What the heck? Does it have like a gravity effect? Because I feel like I keep getting sucked in.
I don't know.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to charge up my attack to hit him.
Looks cool, but
Because he kept blocking, and that's how you. Oh, jeez.
oh,
Nice to know I wasted one of these again.
oh, beefy, so strong. Oh my god.
Intruder alert.
Ah, crap.
Keep throwing him on the ground. Ah!
It was worth it.
Oh, shoot. The revival animation's so cute.
I love it.
I am body slamming him. That was not my intention. In real life, that's a difficult thing to do by accident. It's like I can't aim. Ah! I did one. I did one. Eh! I need the thrower back. Eh! That's for killing him.
Good job,
Sure.
Pan.
Outstanding, mon frere. No, I did it again. I'm sorry.
It's so beautiful every time it happens. Yeah, we got a boarding section to start this one.
Okay. Okay. And I got shot immediately. Oh, that is not a good start.
Yeah, this
Oh my
this
God.
one I do remember gets pretty crazy.
I've hit everything. Can I get an achievement for hitting everything?
I don't think so.
Oh my god. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Oh yeah, the cave paintings.
Painting of turtles are so cute. Okay, I'm leaving. Ah! What the heck? Zach. Okay, hi, buddy.
I like his
was
voice.
I thought it was a foot soldier saying that to me.
Ah.
Oh god.
Oh well. At least we got full
died
health bars.
together, that's alright. Oh!
Oh, come on.
No!
See, there's a skull right there. That's right. I was involved in the making of this game.
Yes, it's a skull902 cameo right there. Oh, I'm getting shot.
Yeah, might as well.
Oh, there's lots of skulls. This is the skull level.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna trash you mutants.
Oh. I'm sorry, dude. Uh-oh, whoops. Tried to throw a rock on me while I was dancing. What a jerk. Ow!
Oh no.
Flash, I didn't know he was in this game.
Yeah.
Not anymore. I'm gonna just style on him over here. Explosives, yes. Ooh! Did you guys like that? I thought so.
Oh gee, the statue of Shredder with some mutagen. Wonder what that means.
Oh dear. What, were you guys on a date? I'm sorry. You guys look awfully shocked.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's gonna hurt us quite a bit. The party pizza that's right here in the boss fight.
Did we pick it up by accident?
I did, yeah.
Wish I had something to throw.
I wish I hadn't eaten that party pizza.
Got any room for your specials? You're all the way up.
Ooh. Okay, yeah.
Yeah! Oh, I think you got him.
Yep.
We didn't even need no power pizza.
You fell for my diversion. I
All right, get ready for the best song in the game.
Oh.
I will show you how a true ninja fights. The world is mine.
No, we're surrounded. I can't do anything. Dude.
All right, we got him.
Yeah, way to go. Oh, the Statue of Liberty's gonna come beat us up. Oh my god. We're ready for you, Krang. Come on.
Coward.
Yes. Stop being a chump.
All right, we got the lives to spare.
Yep, we got this. We got this. We just gotta do as much damage as we can. Go, 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 go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right, Dreamy Landscape. Mikey's dance never gets old.
Party dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next fight. Low HP, but lots of lives.
Mm-hmm.
Super shredder.
Dennis freaked out so much on his stream when he first played this, and it was amazing.
Oh, he's getting ripped! Yeah, check out those abs!
Mm-hmm. Alright, this boss is a lot of waiting around.
Okay, so it's a lot of dodging until a certain point. Ow. We're gonna probably need our life bars for the... Ow!
Oh.
Oh my god, he grabbed you by the face!
Alright,
Not
full health
good.
bars though, that's fine.
Ah! Breathe, Leo, breathe!
Yeah.
Why does that thing keep trying to tell us to go?
We did it!
Yeah!
I think you got the last hit too.
Yes! Oh! I made it stop. Yes! Explode, yes!
Dreamy Landscape says, look at those gains.
Oh! I leveled up again, but I don't know what level that is. Oh, now I have radical mode.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just in time to not be able to use it for the story. At least on midstream.
Yay!
Alright, let's see that well-earned ending. New York can rest
Okay.
easy once more now that Lady Liberty has been restored to her former gleaming glory. I, Vernon Fenwick, who was not at all scared, can confirm that Shredder has been defeated by the city's protectors, the Green Guardians of Good, the Web Warriors themselves, the Punk Frogs.
But they didn't do anything! Come on!
Taking all the... Man, leave it to Vernon to not give us the proper credit.
Tyler Morrison was asking, how does Casey eat pizza through that mask? Yeah, I don't know, it made it look like he had scary teeth.
You know, you probably shouldn't ask questions you weren't prepared to hear the answer for. Oh, man. God, I love this game so much.
It's really good. It handles really well. I felt like the difficulty level we chose was very fair.
Mm-hmm.
We were playing, like, there were other modes that were harder, but, you know, especially as, like, first times, that was a very accessible difficulty level.
Yeah.
But once you get good and know the controls and want it to be harder, there were other levels you could do. The graphics were all very lovingly crafted. The music was a jam. The little animations were adorable. This is really, really good.
Yeah, just, you know, playing it, you can see the love and care that was put into making this game. And just everybody here, you know, hats off to you. You did such a good job.
Everyone here in the credits. That was beautiful. Okay, thank you guys for joining us, and Skull, it was nice beating up a bunch of foot soldiers with you.
KN, it was an honor to be your partner here for your first ever playthrough of this game.
Yes, thank you for leading the way and telling me what the buttons do.
No problem, KN. So,
Yay!
that'll do it for this one. KN, thank you for accepting this whole shebang.
Thank you for the invitation.
No problem.
All right, everybody. Everyone have a lovely Friday. Go tell Vinny hello. You might see some of Skull over there as well. Have a good rest of your Friday.
Yep. Until next time, I have been skull902. Thank you for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, hopefully I'll be able to show KN and the rest of whoever decides to come over, you know, how somewhat competent Mario gameplay looks like.
Okay.
That was
Zion
embarrassing.
said,
What a terrible way to start the stream.
it's okay, I'll distract them from that terrifying dinosaur-related death.
That did not happen.
Gaskin said, I like any cake that has red velvet or cookies in it. Ooh.
Alrighty. So those were our stream highlights for the year. You know, back in July with that big old video, and then in September with the teeny little tiny baby video. But you know, streaming obviously is a very fun thing. And oh, hi, KN.
Howdy there, KN.
Thanks for showing up. Were you lurking during the Ninja Turtles one, at least for a bit?
Probably.
That
sounds like a very KN-ish thing to do.
Lurking, I see. Yeah, a bit of an interesting coincidence that both of the stream highlight videos for this year were ones involving streams with you.
Yeah.
But you know,
snooping around as usual, I see.
yeah. So you know, streams, love doing them and everything. It's very fun, and I don't often get to make highlight videos for the streams, but you know, whenever I do, it's a nice fun time to go and do that. The one from July though, man, that was that sure was a challenge. You know, I had to watch the whole thing and clip things individually. It took a very long time to put that one together.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one must have taken a hot minute. One of the things I mentioned it in the chat, but the fact you included my little bit about one of the turtles jumping into the other's sword.
Yeah, it was a good bit. That's that's certainly what the
that's what it did.
Yeah, it's certainly what it looked like. So you know, you gotta capitalize on those opportunities.
Yeah.
So,
and I love that KN was just like totally in character, like, ow, ow.
Yeah. So streaming is great and everything, but now we're gonna move on to the next category, and that, my friends, would be skits. We've got 10 more videos to show off here for the best of 2022. 5 of them are skits. 4 of them are sprite skits, but we're gonna start off here actually with my April Fool's video from this year. One that had a bunch of jokes in it. I've wanted to make this video for years, and so I'm really happy that I finally got around to actually making it, because there were a few jokes in here I've really been wanting to do, and some of them I just came up with like extremely randomly, and just, you know, it's got like some of those ideas in it that you just think about them and they're so stupid you just start giggling and everything, and it's a fun time. But yeah, I'm gonna start off the skits portion of this here shebang with theory: is Sonic's physical health declining? So let's go.
He's going mad.
Hey everyone, skull902 here for a bit of a more speculative video. So, Sonic the Hedgehog. Everybody knows him. Star of his own video games, television shows, comic book series, and now even in his own films. Sonic has clearly been a household name for some time, but is Sonic actually as healthy as he seems? Sounds crazy, but I found some things that might be seen as shocking, with the potential to cause ripples into the community. Ripples, I say! So yeah, let's begin. First things first. This year Sonic will be 31 years old, which means he's old as fuck, especially by Hedgehog standards. What an old fart geezer, am I right? Unlike me, I'm only 27. At first I thought nothing of it, considering he's playing a teenager in universe and does it very convincingly. However, our mutual friend Bill Clinton messaged me one day saying, and I quote, "Skull902, I'm concerned for the physical well-being of our friend Sonic, and I hope you can see the reasoning behind my opinion. I had the FBI do some digging, and what they found goes deeper than I expected. I've included the evidence in this package. It'll be difficult to be the informant to the masses, but I believe you can do it. Also, it's been 4 months and I still haven't gotten my pipe back. I miss it." So I got to work, taking a look at what Bill sent me. In his evidence were videos taken of Sonic at various points in time, like this video, for instance, of a young Sonic at the Sonic Tuesday event in 1992. See how he's hardly able to shuffle around, struggling with the boxes? Something tells me he suffered an injury around this time that had some lasting effects on him. Sure, he had his good days, such as this Japanese event in 2004 where he's dancing up a storm, as well as in this random GIF I have saved on my computer. Then of course there's the advertisements and promotional videos where they're clearly using advanced cinematic editing techniques to make things look like it's all fine. I mean, come on. Do you think Sonic could look this lively without the help of movie magic? However, when you look at some other videos of him, you can tell he was constantly in pain. Like here, where he's being helped backstage after a public appearance at GameWorks Ontario, this 2015 appearance at Tokyo Joy Palace where he's clearly got mobility issues, or at E3 2010 when Aaron Webber, Supreme Overlord of Sega, forced him to play Sonic 4 standing despite the fact he can barely hold himself up. Still not convinced? Well, here's the most damning piece of evidence. 2016 San Diego Comic-Con. Sega's holding a 25th anniversary party for the Blue Blur, and the man of the hour is here himself. But look at the poor guy, trying his hardest to bust a move when his body clearly isn't in any condition to do so. Being helped on and off stage by multiple people, it's a sad sight to see just how broken down the hero of our generation truly is. But the question remains, if this is really the case, how is Sonic still so spry in his games? After thinking long and hard about it, smoking from my fancy pipe all the while, I've come to a conclusion and the answer is quite simple. He's not. And the reason why is because the original Sonic himself hasn't starred in any of his games since the big tonal shift Sega made to the series in 2010. Instead, the reins have been passed over to Manic the Hedgehog. No, not this deadbeat Elmer's glue-addicted kleptomaniac from Sonic Underground. His sister sells tacos. I'm talking about Manic the Hedgehog with a K from the Archie comics, and they went to some extreme lengths to make it more subtle as well, such as renaming him Other Sonic to throw off suspicions, or having him get cosmetic eye color surgery to make his blue eyes green, even though nobody in the history of the universe has ever cared about Sonic's eye color. But they made one crucial mistake. In Sonic Mania, his idle animation is like this, when the real Sonic would have done it like this. Big difference. Check fucking mate, Sega. You've been found out. Despite this, you can see the love Sonic has for his fans by continually making these increasingly dangerous public appearances, to which I plead. Please, Sonic, for your fans, and more importantly for your own safety, please retire while you still comfortably can. Your son's been doing the heavy lifting for over a decade. I'm sure he's ready to represent Sega at these functions now. You've done so much for the fans and gaming in general over the years. If anyone deserves a peaceful retirement, it'd be you, man. And that's all I have to say on this matter. I can only hope that you'll all be able to forgive me for uncovering this sad, shocking truth. I have been skull902, thank you for watching, and if you thought I was actually being serious, what the fuck is wrong with you? Please give me money for uncovering the secret. However, our mutual friend Bill Clinton wants... This is gonna be so fucking stupid. Or at E3 2010 when Aaron Webber, Supreme Overlord of Sega, forced him to... Instead, the reins have been passed over to Manic the Hedgehog. No, not this No, not this deadbeat... Fuck. No, not this deadbeat Elmer's glue-addicted kleptomaniac from Sonic Underground. Okay.
So there we go. April Fool's 2022. The theory about Sonic not actually being Sonic anymore, you know? And also, the pronunciation of GIF is GIF. Fuck everyone who thinks otherwise. I'm right, you're wrong. Hashtag owned. Hashtag cope. Hashtag correct pronunciation. Hashtag I win.
Well, that aside, one of my favorite parts was the Elmer's glue bit about the Sonic Underground Manic.
Oh yeah, dunking on Manic. That was that was a fun one to
Yeah.
write. Yeah. Hi,
Welcome in,
Mr.
Mr.
Scoot.
Scoot.
Welcome to the stream. Uh, Imagine someone making an animatic of Skull doing the bloopers. I mean, if somebody wants to, they're certainly welcome to. Wow, Skull really said L plus ratio. Yeah, I sure did.
Like, I'm having none of that.
How are you? I'm doing fine. Oh, hi Trip. Welcome to the stream as well. It's been going fine. I've still avoided getting sick, so you know, thank God for that.
Yes.
You know, was some good stuff. Bill Clinton had me rolling in tears. Yeah, dude. That
looks like it was hard to record.
like like did I laugh a whole lot when it was? I don't remember. But that's aside from the point. That's like one of those ones. Before the video, I was like, oh man, I had a bunch of stupid ass jokes that I like, you know, chuckled to myself over like a whole bunch. That's one of the ones because like each time I added a layer to the joke, because it's a multi-layered joke. I started laughing even harder. I had to put it in. So, you know, we have it's Bill Clinton supposedly, but it's a picture of George Bush. The number president is Abe Lincoln's, and then the reign is Teddy Roosevelt's. So just complete and total inaccuracy there. And the voice that I used was an impression of Ronald Reagan as well. So
I was just like, I was looking at that, and I'm just like, maybe I'm just being like a literal dumbass, but a lot of that doesn't seem right.
yeah, no, it was just all inaccurate for the sake of stupidity, and I love it so much.
That's awesome.
Oh goodness. So yeah, that was the April Fool's video. I'm glad to see so many people in the chat seem to think that it was funny and whatnot. So thank you all for that. Very appreciated. The next, a lot of that doesn't seem right.
Basically, me, KN. I was just like, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah. So, glad to hear the positive words. Thank you so much for that. The next video up on the skits portion is Ray and Mighty Down Under. Now, Ray and Mighty is a mini-series that I have planned that started 4 years ago. And through lots of delays and just needing to focus on other projects and stuff, I wasn't actually able to get the second video out. Excuse me, until September. So, it's been a long time coming. Mighty had initiated his plan to gain revenge on Sonic, but for almost 4 years, we didn't know, how he was going to go about it. Well, with the release of the second video, we have the first part of his revenge plan here. So let's go have a look at Ray and Mighty.
Let's find out!
Yeah, let's find out here in Ray and Mighty Down Under.
Alright, Ray, you got a good start, but if we're really gonna stick it to Sega, we need to add more pieces to the group.
Like a nice fine home-cooked meal, you can't have your steak without corn and mashed potatoes, Matty.
I guess that's a fine enough analogy. Anyway, our first recruit should be here any minute, so don't say anything stupid.
Wouldn't dream of it, Matty.
Boy, you guys the ones looking to give Sonic the old heave-ho?
Yeah, that's us.
Well, leave my sister alone and get off my property. How about you, friend?
Ray, what the hell? I just told you not to say anything stupid.
What, ain't that a normal greeting where you come from?
Is this bugger alright?
I've suddenly become curious about his home life, but that's neither here nor there. You in?
Oh yeah, mate. 22 years with no appearances and they have the goal to do some magic show crap instead of hiring me? That ain't gonna fly. I want royalties.
You'll be getting more than royalties when we're through with them.
Sounds good. Quick question though.
If it's about farming, let me tell you about my little Uncle Skeeter.
Yeah, shut up. What's your question?
Can I bring my friend here? He needs a home.
Get 'em all with bombs, big ones. God, I love explosions.
That's gonna be a big no there, Chief.
Sorry, pal.
Oh, I understand completely. I'm a fucking maniac. Nice meeting you two.
What a kind feller.
Uh-huh, sure. We got others to meet soon, so let's go.
So yeah, now Fang the Sniper is a part of the group. And unfortunately, Bean could not come along, but I think that's honestly for the best.
Yeah.
So-
Bombs? You want it? You got it.
Oh, absolutely, when it comes to him. So yeah, we'll just have to see, maybe if there's some new team members or, what other wacky adventures these guys go on. If everything goes to plan, there will be 3 Ray and Mighty videos next year, which will conclude the miniseries. Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Sorry, what was that?
I said stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned to see what happens next with Ray and Mighty's group there. I gotta say, I think my favorite thing about the video is Rabbit's voice for Bean.
Yeah.
It's like a mix of Daffy Duck and Chester Cheetah. I fucking love it.
Yeah. And I love that, like, in this, he's just, like, completely owning the fact that he knows he's insane.
Oh yeah. He just has an internal switch in his head, I guess, and just flips from extremely crazy to still crazy, but at least self-aware about it.
Yeah. As Sunswift put it, it's a good idea he didn't come along for our sakes with him being insane.
Oh yeah, no, he would have been a bit of a detriment to Mighty's efforts. I think Swift also said something about like or Mighty's intentions. Hi Leo, by the way, welcome to the stream. The reason why Mighty is trying to extract revenge against Sonic is because he feels that Sonic and thus the rest of the video game characters, except for Knuckles, who he squashed his beef with, just kind of left him to the wayside on the Archie comics, which eventually died out. So I guess he was unemployed for a bit before Mania Plus. So that's sort of the premise of the series, is that Mighty feels like he was given the shaft, so he wants revenge against Sonic. Ray is only really along because he kind of overheard the plans. So Mighty was just like, okay, I guess I have to take you along. But now Mighty is trying to, get some recruits, and so Fang also had a problem with Sonic, so he's a part of the team now, and we'll see how that goes. If plans go the way they're supposed to, we'll see how that goes next year with again 3 more Ray and Mighty videos.
Yes. Which, hi Leo from me, and Swift was saying, Mighty might say, "You left me behind, you mother bleep."
Yeah, the confrontation, let me tell you, it'll be explosive, but without Bean's bombs. All right, so next up on the skits list here is a Sonic and Mario Christmas. Now it had been 2 years almost since any Sonic and Mario material had come out, and the season finale, or the series finale rather, I felt left the series on a satisfying note, but there were a couple loose ends that needed tying up. So the main story of Sonic and Mario is done. You know, those characters from what I'll call the season 4 timeline, you know, that Sonic and Mario traveled back in the past, like their story is done. The ones that, you know, we started the series off with. But there's the new timeline that was, you know, sort of created out of all the changes that happened. So, you know, I felt we could visit them and tie up those loose ends that, you know, needed some resolution. It's the final Sonic and Mario production that I'm ever going to do, mainly because I really lost my Mario voice. I just, my God, that recording session was pain. That's the last time I'll ever.
Pain.
It was the last time I think I'll ever get a decent performance out of my Mario voice. So that's mainly the
It
reason
happens.
why this is going to be the last one. But
Yeah.
yeah, let's jump into a Sonic and Mario Christmas here right now.
Hello, friends. Let me tell you this festive tale of the time Sonic and Mario saved Christmas from the clutches of a sad little man. We begin on Angel Island after the events of the series finale.
Christmas is coming. Oh, what an exciting time of year.
I bet it's gonna be a good one. I, for one, am thankful the weather never seems to change in any particular location. It truly is a scary phenomenon.
Sonic! Urgent news!
Oh, you got your normal voice back.
Well, so I did. Anyway, reports have been coming in that Santa's under mind control, bothering people wherever he goes.
Oh my God, we need to get him back to his senses.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Tails and I will check it out. Knuckles, Amy, keep decorating the tree.
Why? Shouldn't we help out?
Because skull902 doesn't like doing your voice. Come on, Tails, let's go.
Aww.
Oh, how I love Christmas! How it celebrates peace and joy! How happy it makes people!
And how you get to spend time with those you love the most.
You said it, Mario.
Christmas
I
is
love
so
the holidays.
wonderful. Yes.
My favorite part of Christmas is getting presents!
Let's ignore Toad.
Mario Bros, your help is needed immediately.
Santa?
Yes, indeed, it is I. But what's more important is that on another world, Christmas is in grave danger.
Christmas exists on other worlds? How do you deliver the presents to all of them? And how are you communicating with us?
Astral projection. Also, Christmas is a well-traveled holiday. It keeps business going so I can have a network of workers help me carry out deliveries. But we're losing time. Somebody is impersonating me and I need your help to stop them.
No worries, Santa. Luigi and I will help. Especially since that means time away from Toad.
I knew I could count on you two. Take this portal to your destination. I'll meet you there and take you back home when you're done.
Let's go, Luigi. You got it, bro.
So what did you get me, princess? Huh? What did you get me? What did you get me?
What's the latest on the Santa situation, Tails?
Reports are coming in that he's going around Route 99.
Man, he's fast. It just said he was here.
Oh gee, the guy who delivers presents all around the world in one night is fast? I never would have guessed.
Listen here, you. Wait a second. This looks awfully familiar. Hey guys, another explosion bring you here? Sonic! Tails! Good to see you!
The feeling's mutual, if a bit confusing as well.
Looks like we've got a bit of explaining to do. Indeed, the one you're chasing after isn't really Santa Claus.
It was an imposter!
Oh gee, the guy going around hurting people isn't the actual Santa? I never would have guessed.
Listen here, you.
In any case, yes, it's some kind of doppelganger. And the real Santa has sent us to help.
Oh, so you're on his side, huh?
Excuse me?
I'll show you for sending my friends to the hospital with those walking potatoes!
Press start to play. This is serious if he's turning people against the real Santa.
That just means we've got to get a move on. To Route 99!
Right behind you. I think he just burst my appendix.
Gee, Mr. Santa, thanks for the nice walking potato. Cheese will love it.
Yeah, now have a rotten day. Yeah, wah!
Okie dokie. See you later. Geez, I got you a Christmas present. He's okay.
This was an excellent idea to get money from people.
Scam them for their weird giant coins with holes in them and get a nice show when the bombs explode. Wah, ha, ha.
You won't be getting away this time, Wario? There's saints in your world?
I take it you know these two.
Yes, although we wish we didn't. They're immature, petty pranksters who like scamming people for money and talking about their bodily functions.
Oh my god! You're finally here!
We've been waiting for you guys for ages. Wah!
We were so lost and confused, it made me all farty.
See, he did that last part just then.
I can see that getting really annoying really fast, yeah.
But how did they get here? And how long has it been?
Too long if you ask me.
We were planning to raid the princess's castle for her laxatives when the place seemed to just blow up. Next thing you know, we were here in this loop-ridden, god-forsaken world. Since then, we've been wandering around, wondering how to get out of here, or why we were never in an episode despite appearing in the opening credits.
You know, we did run into Bowser and that fat guy a few times. We could have asked him for help instead of messing with...
Shut up! Mario Brothers, can you take us back?
Yeah, we can do that. And for the last time, the princess doesn't have a stockpile of laxatives in the castle.
What would you even want with... You know what? I'm not gonna ask that.
So you've been here for a while, it seems, and instead of just asking for help, you've been annoying people? And trying to wreck Christmas by giving people brown bombs?
Add our homelessness into the mix, and yeah, that's about the gist of it.
How'd you even get the bombs brown without money, anyway?
You shouldn't ask questions you weren't prepared to hear the answer to.
And that's where I'll change the subject. If Mario and Luigi bring you home, are you gonna stop?
We'll stop the bomb tomfoolery, we promise! Wah!
Good. And now for your punishment.
But we already gave up!
We never said we wouldn't dish it out. Okay, Santa, we're good now.
Thank you so much for defending the honor of Christmas, Mario Bros, Sonic, and Tails. The holiday is now safe thanks to you.
No prob, Santa. Mainly because Tails and I didn't really do much, but you know.
Well, for the little part we did do, it was an honor to restore faith in you, sir.
And for that you will all be handsomely rewarded. But for now I must bring Mario's party back to their world.
Ah, well. Wish we could have stayed longer, Sonic. It was nice to see you again. Tell everyone we said hi.
Oh, we will!
Nice to see you too, and send our regards as well. Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas to you too.
Thank you once again, boys. Ho, ho, ho!
So you want to see what our presents are?
Absolutely.
With the day and Christmas itself saved, Sonic and Mario were able to enjoy the rest of their holidays. Pants? What am I gonna do with these?
I'm still here if you need me in my presents, Mario.
Let's still ignore Toad. Well, as much as they could, anyway. And thus, our tale has concluded with a loose end all tied up. That'll be all from us today on Sonic and Mario. Stay safe out there and have a Merry Christmas. Or whatever else you may or may not celebrate. I'm not your dad.
And there we are. We finally got Wario and Waluigi. The princess's original castle is now back in Mario's world. All those loose ends are tied up now. The Sonic and Mario has some closure. And
You could say that with the new year, you have resolved the series. Ba-dum-bash.
Let's see here. Oh no, the stupid Toad! Prepare the earplugs. Rambit's Toad voice is great.
It really is.
He is a multi-talented man, and voicing Toad is one of said multi-talents. Thank you, Kimosabe. I gotta say, when it comes to that special, I think I'll always treasure the recording session that I did with KN for her lines to have them all done. not only for just like her wild reactions as she was reading down the script and finally got down to Wario and Waluigi's intentions. As soon as she got to the farty line, there's a great outtake, and I'm gonna release it at some point, where she was like, I don't want to say this line.
KN is right here just being like, I did not want to read about flatulence intention.
Yeah, it was pretty great hearing her reactions to all of those lines.
Just like, I don't want to read that. What did you make me agree to, Skull?
And Tails being like, you know what? I'm not gonna ask. And then she was just like, yeah, I'm with you, Tails. But there was also hang on, we gotta hear that. I haven't edited the outtake yet, so it'll come at some point. But not quite right now. But there was like one other one where I think we had like a really good moment because the back and forth that Tails and Sonic have in the third scene where they do the oh really man I wouldn't have guessed or whatever. I wanted the deliveries on both of those lines in both of those instances to be as close to each other as possible. So I think KN and I had like this really cool moment where I was like, okay, I want it to be delivered this way. And I think the way that I did it as Sonic was this. And so I did like Sonic's line in the sort of inflection. And then like she did Tails in, the same sort of way. And we just kind of traded back like that for like a few takes. And I thought that was just kind of cool how we communicated the way that the line should have sounded by doing that. So yeah, it was some good times. Always a fun time doing voice sessions with KN.
And Swift was saying that they remember the torturing things that they typed out in the chat.
Yeah, you were pretty merciless with what you wanted to do with Toad. So if you want to go back to the original premiere stream to see what Swift said about Toad after getting about 2 seconds worth of footage of him from
then
the
all you need to do is follow that link.
Is that the skit or the premiere stream for it?
Oh, that's the skit. I don't have the premiere
stream. Okay. Well, no worries. And Flary, you came in during the video, so a vocal hello to you.
Yes, hello.
So yeah, a Sonic and Mario Christmas was an absolute fun time for sure. Next up, speaking of things that I did with KN, we had a double stream, and the purpose of the double stream back on December 9th was to premiere this next skit. Amiya's Best Anime is another video, much like Ray and Mighty actually, that came out 4 years ago. And I've been wanting to do something with it since. I just kind of randomly came up with the idea for a follow-up video to that skit. And I think I wrote it either in 2020 or like early 21, something along those lines. Wasn't able to get to it for a bit, but then, finally just kind of decided to make a major focus on sprite videos and, get all this stuff done. So, our next to last thing for the skits portion of Best of 2022 is Amiya's Best Anime, The Deleted Scene. So yeah, let's just have ourselves a look at that video right now.
I want to watch TV!
Thank you for breaking into Egg TV, Dr. Eggman. Nice of you to drop by.
Is it really breaking in? It's my TV station, after all. I paid a good chunk of money for it.
In the literal sense, you crashed through the wall.
The janitor'll get it, I'm sure. Anyway, I might as well see what's actually on my network, because I'm bored and need me some entertainment. What kind of shows do we got here?
Glad you asked. Look over at the off-screen monitor. One of our favorites is coming on now.
Gee, I hope I don't explode again.
What kind of fucking psychopath makes a show about blowing up puppies?
Isn't it wonderful? Egg TV's library of shows is vast and covers all genres, having amassed a kind of vaguely diverse audience that advertisers crave for. It's a dying medium's dream come true. Dr. Eggman?
So I was digging through this pile while you made your boring speech or whatever, and I found this tape. Amy's best enemy had a deleted scene?
Why, yes it did.
I'm gonna put it in the deck and watch it.
But doing so will interrupt the program.
All the more reason for me to do it. Like, hey, Sonic.
What is it this time, Shaggy?
Like, I'm getting real sick of you getting between me and Amy, dude.
Well, rape! Why don't you just butt out of our business?
Sonic and Amy did nothing to you guys.
That's like why I'm here, man. I challenge you to a fight, and whoever loses has to leave Amy and the winner alone.
If it'll make you quit, I'm in.
Sonic?
See you at 3, man.
Sonic, you can't do this. Shaggy's the most powerful one of us in the entire school.
I have to try, Tails.
You ready to, like, lose, man?
Amy and I worked too hard to be broken up by you, Rogers. Put 'em up.
Like, if you say so. Any last words, dude?
No. As long as I'm breathing, Shaggy, I'm never giving up.
Then, like, you passed the test, dude.
What?
Sonic! Tails told me what was going on. Are you okay?
Go with her, man.
You know, I think we're both gonna be just fine, Amy. Ugh.
I'm taking you to see the nurse. Hold on.
Right, you read him in, Raggy. Like I said, Scoob, it was a test. Ha ha ha. Sonic and Amy, like, we're always meant to find each other, man. I just needed to know if Sonic had the hero spirit within, dude. Was he ever? No, he does. Well, wonder why they cut it.
Strength charts. Even if he were holding back, the manga writers insisted there was no way Shaggy would have been defeated by Sonic under any circumstance.
Not even surrender, which he clearly did in the clip?
I don't know. You'd have to consult with them. Not to mention other factors, such as Amy having only 2 lines in the scene and your assertive behavior with the editors of that special.
Hey, the special needed to have as much me in it as possible. Bastards cut out most of my shirtless scenes. Would have been something at least.
You did more than 1 shirtless scene?
About a dozen by my count. So, what's on next, anyway?
Oh, it's our highest rated show, actually. That's Our Shadow was recorded in the absence of a live studio audience. Time to take a shit.
You're the manager, right?
Indeed I am.
Well, you're fired! In fact, this whole building is fired!
What do you mean by that?
The story begins with who's gonna win, knowing the danger that lies within. A boy, the arc, a genius at heart, wanting to unlock the mysteries of life. I am the Eggman, that's what I am. I am the Eggman, I got the master plan. I am the Eggman, that's what I am. I am the Eggman, with the master plan.
What the? Hey! What happened to Egg TV?
I think Eggman just blew it up.
That was my favorite channel. Tails,
Yeah, Amy?
get the BFG.
So, yeah, and look at that beautiful scene with That's Our Shadow. I'm sure that show was totally licensed, by the way.
Yeah. We were with the last one. You were talking about Can's reactions. I more or less want to know her reaction to when she read that scene through the first time.
Oh no, that was a total surprise because none of her characters have any dialogue there. So when I send lines to people, I only include scenes where they have lines. So
Oh, so
so
KN didn't know.
yeah, KN had no fucking clue that was going to be in the video until the premiere happened.
Okay, well, I didn't know that. I was just kind of curious, if you scanned through it on the script,
Yeah,
how that would have come across like, holy crap, literally.
yeah. I do wonder. I would love to be a fly on the wall for like the exact moment that happened and she saw it for the first time because I imagine that her eyes would have lit up and just how incredibly beautiful that scene was.
I'm sure.
But speaking of like the voice sessions and reactions and stuff, much like with all the laxative jokes in Sonic and Mario Christmas, we recorded her dialogue for this video last year. Not that that really matters to what I'm about to say, but when we got to the school scene. And Kan was just kind of like reading along, and then all of a sudden, Shaggy and her reaction to Shaggy and Scooby being there was almost just as good as the one to all the laxative lines and shit in the Sonic and Mario Christmas video. I'm gonna have to release outtakes and stuff for like my one-off skits at some
Yeah,
point here because
I think that might be hilarious.
there are some pretty good ones in there. Even better when it's KN just freaking out at the complete and total randomness that happens. Absolutely
Katie has a
beautiful.
good point that Shadow Show was a literal shit show.
You got a point there.
Like, I can't even wrong that because you have a point.
Indeedly doodly. So yeah, a fun video to make and everything. And an absolute blast again to record with KN for. So yeah, the final one of the skit section here for this year is let me just get the full title of the video. Sonic and Amy search for fan art. Uh-oh. This one is kind of a parody of like in-character reaction channels. And like certain videos that they'll produce, like if you've ever seen like a Sonic versus DeviantArt or whatever, that type of video. Just like I thought that it would just be kind of fun to do a comedic take on that kind of content. Yeah. It's the shortest one of the sprite skits. In fact, I think it's the shortest one of this entire section. But it's the most recent one. It's going on last year. So yeah. Sonic and Amy search for fan art. Uh-oh. Coming at you right now.
Let's do this thing.
What is up, my dudes? It's Sonic the Hedgehog.
And your girl, Amy Rose.
And today we're gonna do something literally nobody has thought to have us do ever before.
We're gonna do a vanity search for fan art of ourselves.
That's right. Why, with all the degeneracy in our fan base, we're bound to run into something weird, embarrassing, or outright bad, eh?
No doubt about it, so grab your poop emojis and prepare to write down cringe in the comments, because here we go!
Hey, who's that cool dude? A charming looking fellow if I say so myself.
It's you, silly.
Gotta say, I think we started off pretty well here, me doing what I do best.
But you're not scarfing down chili dogs in this picture.
Oh, snap! Looks like I just got owned.
What a nice drawing.
Oh, for sure. Got a bit of a cutesy thing going on.
I can bash baddies like no one's business and look adorable doing it. Good job on the art. Ooh, cosplay.
Uh-huh, gotta catch 'em all and whatnot.
You okay?
Yeah, just not what I expected is all. Gotta say, I do look snazzy in clothes.
Sure do. Wonder what other cosplays I can find you in. Oh, here's one.
Another good one, eh? I mean, your gothic dress?
Yeah. Gotta say, Sonic, I think it suits you pretty well.
Would be fun to try on.
What was that?
Nothing. Next?
Oh, look at us holding hands. It's so sweet.
Yep. People are certainly allowed to like whatever ships they want. Son Amy's no exception.
I know it's an opinion I can get down with.
It certainly is. Look up one with kissing. That might do the trick.
Like this?
Amy, remember the certain quality of pictures we were supposed to be grabbing for this?
I'm trying, Sonic. Here, let me go back to the normal ones.
Oh, god damn it.
What?
We've gone through 52 pictures in a row without a single bad drawing, Amy. How are we gonna get views without finding some cringy ones?
Just stay positive. Bet you anything, the next one's gonna be exactly what we're looking for.
Alright, one more. I'm done.
Oh, come on, Sonic. I was having a lot of fun with you. It doesn't have to be all bad.
Yeah, but people like negativity these days for whatever fucking reason. You know, we wouldn't have to be doing this in the first place if Tails hadn't gotten addicted to those mobile games.
Kids have poor impulse control. He doesn't know any better.
The super genius doesn't know any better? That's it. I'm done. This was a stupid idea anyway.
Whoa, he sounded pretty upset, didn't he? I should go talk to him once he's calmed down. Which I'll do if this video reaches 50,000.
I miss Candy Crush.
So, yeah. Just a video that, I thought it would be a fun take on that sort of format, and a fun way also to get a few of my friends involved with the art part of it as well.
I
We
saw
had.
some art from Sonics, who is in the chat here.
Indeed, yeah. Sonics did half of the ones I believe that were showcased in the video. Sylv did two of them. KN did the Pokemon one, which for anyone who might be agents of 182, the channel members over there, KN actually did a live stream, a members exclusive live stream, doing the whole piece. And that was in like May last year. So it took a literal year and a half for whoever was watching that to actually see what she was making that piece of art for.
Yeah. Which very good job to all of the artists who contributed to that.
Yes, absolutely. The one I haven't mentioned so far, Rexy did Gothic Sonic, and he looked very pretty, very nice. And
He was owning that.
yeah, oh for sure. I mean that's just in character for Sonic. I think he would absolutely own the shit out of that. And it seemed like Sonic in the video was very receptive to the piece as well. So
And I do have to say, like, I love the way you ended it off. Just Sonic is out of here, and Amy does the classic like, oh, I'll do this if I get so many views.
yeah, that was a fun one for sure. I think I recorded my dialogue actually for that around the same time that KN did the art, so like spring of last year. So that would have been before I did the his sister likes tacos joke. So I think Sonic being like, "Oh fuck this shit, I'm out," is where I learned I could just stand at the back of my room and record something and it would sound really far away. That's fun to do. Haven't done it terribly often, but it's fun to go do that. Characters looking up fan art of themselves could either be good or bad. I'm glad most of them look good. Yeah, there's a lot of good shit out there. If you see a piece of fan art by an artist and you like it, try and support them any which way that you can.
Absolutely, because art is not easy.
And a lot of people work very hard on their fan creations, art, games, videos, anything of the sort, music. The support goes a long way. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, goodness gracious, that was the skits part of this whole shebang. Only 5 videos left, and they all fall under my thoughts. The sort of reviews and opinion piece videos that I do, and everything. So we have 5 of those. And honestly, for this batch, we've got some of the videos that like I'm most proud of, especially with the first 4. I think came out pretty well. In terms of like production and everything, I really like the way that I handled all of those. Uh, so the first one of these videos up here is the best Sonic song, not Sonic Song 182, but the best piece of music in Sonic history. Uh, you know. So yeah, that came out back in September. Yeah, it was to commemorate actually the 15th anniversary of the day that I got Sonic Mega Collection for the GameCube, which was like my very first Sonic game, as I'll explain in the video.
Yeah.
But
And let me say, your pick for this is absolutely a solid one.
oh, thank you very much, Dylan. It's a song that just I don't know, it just seems to have a very profound meaning on Sonic fans everywhere, especially those who grew up with the Mega Collection. Um, So yeah, just thought that I would do a little bit of talking about that, read my comment from a video on the song and everything, and yeah. So let's get to seeing the best Sonic song, see what that song is, and why I think that it's the best that the franchise has ever produced. So yeah, let's go.
Hey everyone, skull902 here. For those familiar with my channel, you'll know I became a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog 15 years ago in May 2007. The next month, my older brother got the then new Xbox 360 version of Sonic 1 ported by Backbone Entertainment. I had fun playing it the few chances I got, but ultimately it was his game on his console. I myself didn't truly own a Sonic game until September 18th that year, when my little brother took a trip to GameStop and, at my request, got me a copy of Sonic Mega Collection for the Nintendo GameCube. Released in November 2002, this compilation includes the main classic Sonic games with the exception of CD, including Knuckles and Sonic 2, as well as Sonic 3D Blast, Spinball, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Beam Machine, Blue Sphere, Flicky, and Rystar, with a couple others in the Japanese version. For a time, it was the most convenient way to play the classic games on home consoles before the release of Sonic Origins. Unless you want to play the original versions, in that case you're kinda boned. But I think I made a good choice with this one right as I was getting into Sonic, having so many games to choose from in one convenient package. Kinda like how Super Mario All-Stars got me hooked on that franchise. Even though I was dog shit at the games included for years afterward, I could always have myself a fun time going back to them and seeing how far I could get. It wasn't just the games, however. Mega Collection also had some additional content to offer should you be in the mood for it. One of these things was the manuals menu, where you could peruse the original manuals for most of the games included, with the most satisfying sound playing when you turned a page. That was cool and all, but what I mainly want to talk about is what you're greeted with when entering the extras menu. Ah yes, this track right here. With a sweet melody that's indescribably soothing and instantly unforgettable, a lot of players, myself included, had many a good long listen to it while looking over the comic covers and art pieces. The original music made for this game is all great, don't get me wrong, but there's just something so calm, so peaceful about this track in particular. It just hits different, man. So, the point of this video. Obviously this song left an impression, and last December I discovered an extended version of the track by the Archive Bros here on YouTube. I wasn't quite ready for what I saw in the comments though. This one song made such an impression on people that they would go into this video, and a previously deleted one before it, and talk about what the song, or Sonic, or video games at the time meant to them, and I'm telling you right now, what you'll find in the comments written by people is downright beautiful. YouTube comments are typically stereotyped as being full of rude, stupid dickheads, and there's some truth to that, but it seems this comment section is just a place for people to recollect and express themselves. There's stories here about long play sessions with the game, getting introduced to Sonic through it, using the song to help the commenter sleep at night, and even serious topics about how it got some people through rough periods or abuse going on in their lives, to how it gives them fond memories of a lost loved one they bonded with over the game. I was so moved by these stories I had to write one there myself. It reads, "After some of these comments nearly drove me to the point of tears, I might as well throw my hat in the ring here. When I was 13, I wasn't exactly at my happiest, but the summer of 2007 is when I really started getting into Sonic, learning about the franchise, getting to know and love its characters, watching the cartoons, reading the comics, and starting to make good friends with people on the internet through it. I'd played some of the games before, but this collection was the first one I actually owned, getting my copy for the GameCube in September of that year. This tune in particular was such a soothing thing to listen and relax to, get my mind off the rough times, etc. Seeing the series' history represented through comic covers and game artwork was really interesting too. Definitely helped raise Sonic's profile on my tier list of favorite media franchises, #1 overall, and it, along with my other interests, still keeps me going when it comes to my content creation dreams, even when sadness or other difficulties hit. Listening to this one is a big reminder of how much I love the series. Memories like the ones I mentioned, beating SADX and SA2B, which were the first times I ever accomplished that in gaming, I'm a terrible player, playing and beating other Sonic titles in the years since, this song is nostalgia put into audio form. As mentioned before, my skills are pretty lackluster, so it took a while to beat any of the games on this collection. But after I had done so through other consoles and emulators, I remember firing up the GameCube overnight to finally give Sonic 1 and 3 and K a playthrough on the place where it partly started. That summer night just after turning 20 was one of the chillest I ever had. Finishing 3 and K as Sonic with the Chaos Emerald ending just as the sun was coming up? Feels good, man. I could go on forever, really, but I'll refrain from that and finish by saying I love the Sonic series, I love this track, and I loved hearing the other stories here. You guys made this one of the best comment sections on all of YouTube. Also, the music stopped as I was writing this. I listened to the whole half hour uninterrupted. Holy crap. It's such an undeniably well done track, and if it makes you feel anything, I recommend giving a listen to the song without my god-awful commentary over it. I'll leave the link in the description. I also just find it so nice and wholesome that the Sonic community, characterized by some as irrational or even psychotic, can come together and find some unity through this one song from a 20-year-old compilation game in the comments, and I'll say it again, it truly is a beautiful place to be. To the Archive Bros, thank you for providing this opportunity to people, because it makes for what is in my opinion the best comment section on YouTube. And that's all I've got to say on the matter. This song really is something so soothing, so special. I also think it's good to recognize when the community does something positive like this, and, well, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to commemorate the 15th anniversary of getting my first Sonic game by talking about and giving them props for it. But I've got plenty of other nostalgic topics to cover in the coming days, so that'll do it for this one. Until next time, I have been skull902, thank you for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day.
Monkey Dude!
Yeah, praise Monkey Dude, yo! Hashtag. So yeah, that was my little spiel about the best song that Sonic has ever produced. It's not a high energy song whatsoever, but it's just God, there is just something so peaceful and good about that track. So indescribably nice.
Yeah.
All those
Like,
same things
even
that
as
I
someone who doesn't own the collection, like, listening to that song is just, it's chill.
Yeah, it's just so good, so good. Even though you murdered Monkey Dude twice yesterday, I didn't murder any Monkey Dudes. I think that was Coconuts in Triple Trouble, and Monkey Dude understands, if you gotta dispose of one of his children to get through amazing chilled music. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really fun video to make, and all. Absolutely loved it. And big thanks to Trip for recording all that footage. It was like a big old hour block of him just going through the menus and stuff in Sonic Mega Collection. So thank you, my dude. You are an absolute bro for doing that. So the next one coming up here is Will Sanemi become official in Frontiers? And this one, my God, oh, sorry, actually, no, that's not.
I was just gonna say, you're going out of order,
Yeah,
my dude.
that's not it. That's not it quite yet. Actually, later in September, like a week after I released the previous video, I'm sorry, everyone. I got ahead of myself. I released the greatest ad campaign in gaming history. I believe is what the full title of that video is. and that was to commemorate the 15th anniversary of Halo 3 releasing. Now, I'm not a Halo fan by any means. I've barely played any of the games. I think 3, for instance, I've probably only played like a few minutes of 3. I'm not good at first-person controls whatsoever. But I did experience some of the hype for the game through my brothers, and even as a non-fan, I was feeling the fucking buzz for the game. Like it felt like one of the biggest things ever, and that's because Microsoft put a shitload of money into the marketing for it, and they did such a goddamn good job doing promotions, ads, trailers, all this other stuff to just drum up some excitement for the game's release. I was sucked into it, man. I liked everything I was seeing up to the release of the game. And so, because that hype, even though I barely played the game and I'm not a fan of the series, it did mean a lot to me back in the day. I have quite a bit of nostalgia for that. So, I wanted to talk about everything in a video about that. So I went ahead and did the research and everything. My brothers, both of them, helped me out quite tremendously actually with this one. So I got to give a shout out to my two brothers. For not only helping me, get some of my facts straight, but also, like my older brother lent footage, game footage for it. He even bought like some of the promotional items and got like pictures and video of them for me to use in this. So it was a good time making this one. A nice little family collaborative effort. So yeah, the greatest ad campaign in gaming history coming up right now.
Hey everyone, skull902 here. Last November, I marked the 15th anniversary of the PS3 and Wii's launches by comparing their respective ad campaigns. One of the things I mentioned in the video was that the sales of the PS3 weren't helped in 2007 by the release of 2 games with a massive amount of hype around them. One of them was Super Mario Galaxy, but the one I want to talk about here today is Halo 3 to commemorate its 15th anniversary. More specifically, I'd like to discuss the absolutely amazing marketing Microsoft put into the title because believe me, even as a non-fan of the franchise, so just as a little warning I may get some details wrong here and there, it was something else, to the point I believe it's still the greatest ad campaign in the history of video games. Why might that be? Stay tuned to find out. In the video from last year, I mentioned the initial announcement trailer from E3 2006. The open field with wreckage everywhere, then Cortana slowly cuts in, followed by Master Chief making his way on screen before witnessing a Forerunner structure opening up. Something about it just has that big-time feel they needed to get across for something like this. To show people this one will be unlike anything seen before it, that it's going to be huge and you don't want to miss out. My personal favorite promotional video of any kind for the game is the Starry Night trailer. A young John 117 and his friend Ellie Bloom are looking up at the night sky wondering what's up there, before John speculates that maybe someone far away is wondering what it's like where they are. Suddenly, it shifts back to a battlefield, Master Chief recovering from some kind of hit and putting his helmet back on before running into battle. The ending is honestly pretty standard, but when the kids are laying there in the field having their discussion, it just kinda reminds me of long nights back in the day when I just shoot the shit with my brothers about whatever came to mind. I really like this trailer for that reason. Notable for being the first depictions of the Halo series in live action, and partially made to interest Hollywood studios in a Halo movie produced by Peter Jackson. Yeah, remember when that was a thing? There were the short films Arms Race and Landfall, depicting a fight between the UNSC and Covenant armies, leading into the beginning of the game. Truth be told, I only saw these for the first time while writing this video and I have no clue what the events leading up to them were, but it still had me invested with all the action and the suspense of the wounded soldier and whether or not he'd make it. It was also just really cool to see some of the equipment like the sniper rifle or Warthog in live action. Good stuff, even if there was some questionable CGI in there. Then there was the final trailer from E3 2007, showing gameplay and cutscenes from campaign for the first time. If the trailer from the previous year's E3 was to tell you the game was on the horizon, then this one's here to say you'd better be prepared because the time is almost upon us, and here's what you can expect from it when it comes. With only a short monologue at the beginning, this trailer didn't need words to convey what they were going for. Just looking at it, you could tell it was going to be a story-driven yet still action-packed journey with a serious sense of scale. I also have to give props to whoever edited the trailer too. It could have just been a bunch of clips thrown together and still be good, but every now and then they also synced up gunshots, laser blasts, and explosions to the music, and those subtle touches just make the editor and me so happy. When it comes to straight up adverts, the Believe campaign of videos was Microsoft's main way to promote the game on the internet. In it, elderly veterans of the Human Covenant War are being interviewed at the Museum of Humanity in various battle zones about the events of the game, all of them talking up the importance of Master Chief's contribution to the war effort. Some of these are accompanied by shots of a beautiful diorama of figures crafted by New Deal Studios and Sam Winston Studios, which feature heavily in the television ad, showing scenes of the war until the camera shifts to Master Chief's figure, which suddenly springs to life. I was really gripped by the story here, particularly when one of the vets is asked to demonstrate the spiker, and when another discusses the funeral held for Master Chief. It came off very believably, which, considering the campaign's name, I guess was the point. Well done. On a much more lighthearted note, GameStop commissioned Rooster Teeth to make a pre-order ad for the game in their familiar machinima style. In it, a player is fondly reminiscing over different monuments in Halo 2's maps as a farewell to the game before its sequel comes out, with another player agreeing that the older game brought them good times. I have a fair bit of nostalgia for this one. Reminds me of how I was getting into Red vs. Blue at the time. Speaking of which, to promote a number of different Xbox and Halo 3 products, as well as the Zoom Media Player, which I'll come back to in a bit, Microsoft had Rooster Teeth make a 5-part Red vs. Blue miniseries about the transition from Halo 2. In the first 3 parts, Sarge briefs the Red Team on the move to Halo 3, covering topics such as the updated Needler gun, which was ironically nerfed by the time the game came out, the Mongoose, and equipment like the Bubble Shield, while Church and Tucker watch over them in the first 2 installments. In the 4th, Church works as a real estate agent to show Red Team the game's new maps, and in the final part, the Reds are getting all packed up, with at least Griff not knowing that they've been hired to move Blue Team's belongings as well. A fun miniseries to watch, makes me miss the show's glory days so much. Oh, Rooster Teeth, how the mighty have fallen. So anyway, the next bit of promotion I think was a really smart idea. The Halo 3 beta had been open only to those lucky enough to get an invitation in the early goings of 2007, but later on, anyone who purchased a copy of Crackdown was given access to it until the beta testing ended on June 10th that year. Among other things like bugs that were fixed and whatnot, the main difference I always notice is with the player models, with slightly different coloring, scratches and dinks in the armor, and more shade around the visors. Dare I say it, but I personally prefer the way they look to the ones in the final game. That is to say for the multiplayer anyway. Turns out the beta models were based on the one used for Master Chief in campaign. Speaking of which, there was an Easter egg showing the Chief's face if you were to put the camera right at another player's visor. The texture used for the face is a photoshopped picture of Marcus Leto, Bungie's creative art director at the time. The promotion worked though. Microsoft knew including the beta with a game that might not have gotten the attention otherwise would be a good way to drive sales, and people ended up really liking Crackdown. A win for everyone involved. Microsoft's Zoom Media Player. That thing sure existed, eh? Launched in 2006, it was meant to compete with Apple's iPod. That ended up not working out so well for them, but on June 15, 2007, a limited Halo 3 edition of the player was released exclusively at GameStop. It had its own box art, and the player itself had a Halo 3 pattern on it. 2 months later, an even rarer version of the player was released exclusively to members of the US Armed Forces, with different box art in the pattern colored brown and tan, which makes this the only time I can recall the special edition version of something looking less desirable than the original. Included with the player are the soundtracks for the first 2 Halo games, Halo 3 promotional images and concept art from the series, the Starry Night and E3 2006 trailers, as well as Halo 2's theatrical trailer, the first 3 Halo 3 vidocs, the first 6 episodes of Red vs. Blue, and an exclusive Red vs. Blue PSA filmed in the Halo 3 beta, which I used a screenshot of just a moment ago. I might have been memeing on the Zune this whole time, but credit where it's due. That is a lot of cool stuff to include. Mountain Dew Game Fuel, a line of sodas-turned energy drinks by PepsiCo originally used to promote various different video games, with the marketing saying that they give gamers the energy to make it through long play sessions. That silliness aside, the very first batch of Game Fuel was made for Halo 3, with a citrus cherry flavor, often described as a mix of Mountain Dew's Livewire and Code Red variants. It also came in Slurpee form at 7-Eleven stores, which leads us into my favorite promotion for the game overall. Collectible Slurpee Cups. I remember snatching a few of them back in the mid to late 2000s, and the Halo 3 cups were a part of it. As far as I'm aware, there were 3 different cups to collect, all featuring lenticular imaging that makes what you see different depending on the angle you're looking from. The cups all feature Master Chief. The ones we had back in the day had him looking straight at you. There's this one where he's carrying the red flag, and finally this one where he's looking off into the distance. If you wished, you could also use these special lids for the cups. These all look fantastic and make me want to recollect all the Slurpee cups I had at the time, which also included Star Wars Episode 3 and Spider-Man 3. Weird that they were all for 3s. And that's everything I wanted to cover here today. There is plenty more I didn't touch on, but the point is Microsoft put their all into the marketing of this game, the expenses of which exceeded $40 million. It paid off in spades, however. The game made 4 times as much money and sold 3.3 million copies in the first week alone. It garnered critical acclaim and player activity remained at or near the top of Xbox Live for years afterward. It was going to be a popular release no matter what, but the fantastic marketing of Halo 3 certainly helped get the results they needed. Almost makes you forget how much Halo's fallen off in the time since. But that's neither here nor there. When it comes to Halo 3, Bungie, Microsoft, job well done on that one, and a happy anniversary to you. That'll do it for this look at what I believe is the greatest marketing campaign for any video game up to this point. I have been skull902, thank you for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day.
Okay, so that was the greatest ad campaign in gaming history. Would just like to give a welcome to Wildstyle and to Slytherin90. Slytherin, thank you so much for the 50 krona donation. Says, Happy New Year, guys. It's finally midnight in my place right now, and we're partying hard. Yeah, Sweden is 6 hours ahead of where I am, so it just hit midnight over there. And I hope that you guys are having a good time celebrating, a responsible time celebrating as well. You know, happy 2023 to you. That'll be me in just less than 6 hours. Dylan as well.
Yup. So you're ahead of us. You get to experience 2023 for like almost 6 hours before we will.
Yeah, so you're in the future. I hope that you're having a great time, and again, thank you so much for the generous donation, and everything. Next up on the list, for real this time, is
Economy Frontiers.
yeah, so it's will Sonami become official in Sonic Frontiers? This video was kind of like a runaway surprise, and honestly, so was the Halo one to a lesser extent. Goodness, I posted the video, and I guess just with the fact that it's pre-release hype for a video game that was about to come out, and you know, it's a topic of shipping, so people, I guess, are really into that too. You know, it's jumped up quite a bit to becoming my, I believe, 5th most viewed video. Let's just have a look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Almost 16,000 views on this one. Just absolute runaway, fucking like blew my mind how well this video did. But that's neither really here nor there. Dylan, you were about to say something?
I was just saying damn as far as that's concerned, and yeah, I remember the one after this I did footage for.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up when we got to it, but yeah, so it's the first of sort of a 2-part deal here. Will Sonic?
Because this was before Sonic,
Yeah.
before Frontiers had actually properly come out, so
Yeah.
we didn't know shit.
Yeah, we didn't know anything, and it's just Sega had been dropping some hints, and I thought, you know, maybe I didn't think it was terribly likely, but you know, just in case, wanted to, you know, try and highlight them, and you know, perhaps raise some speculation. Are they gonna do something here? You know, it's something that had been on my mind, and again, I didn't think it was terribly likely, but just thought it was worth talking about. So, with all that said, let us go to will Sonami become official in Sonic Frontiers?
Hey everyone, skull902 here. Sonic the Hedgehog, Amy Rose, the leading male and female characters in the Sonic series. Up to this point, the defining thing about their dynamic has been Amy's unrequited crush on Sonic. There's been teases here and there over the years that there might be something more going on, but it seems as though Sega's starting to drop some hints and it has me kinda curious. Let's take a small look at these hints and draw a conclusion. First, some backstory. Amy was originally created by Naoto Oshima and Kazuyuki Hoshino after Sega wished for Sonic to have a female companion, directly comparing it to how Minnie Mouse is to Mickey. The team working on Sonic thought instead that it'd be a fun twist for all the romance in their relationship to be one-sided, and thus, Amy Rose debuted in Sonic CD as a hedgehog girl with a big crush on the blue blur. This has been the case ever since, to varying degrees of prominence throughout all Sonic-related media. Sometimes her affection is veered into obsession, other times it's been played very subtly. Even rarer are the times they've implied that Sonic might in fact like her back, no matter the medium or continuity. The most prominent examples I can think of are in the shows Sonic X and Sonic Boom. In the former, Sonic's shown romantic gestures toward her, and they even spent a good chunk of time just clinging onto each other for comfort across 2 episodes near the end of the series. And then in the latter, they made a bunch of funny jokes about it. So with that in mind, what are these hints I mentioned earlier? Technically, you can say it started with the reveal trailer from last year, after it was confirmed that the voice calling to Sonic therein was Amy's. Details about this would slowly come in over time, with her role in the game being something like a spiritual guide to Sonic while her body's still trapped. This is easily the Pink Hedgehog's largest role in the plot of any game up to this point. Speaking of the plot, the game's been written by Ian Flynn, longtime contributor to the Sonic comics, who according to Takashi Iizuka was brought on to improve the character's emotional depth and dialogue. The official Sonic character ages being stricken from continuity adds to that idea, with Ian giving a knowing smile on Twitter when asked about it. Oh, you scamp. On the first edition of Tails Tube released back in March, Tails asked Sonic to clear up his relationship with Amy. Sonic says they're good friends, Tails sarcastically gives him an uh-huh, and after an awkward laugh, Sonic quickly switches gears to talk about how much of a contributor she is, calling her a real hero. I guess this isn't really an official Sega function, but I don't think they would have done this without the company's direction or approval. There was a concert featuring Japanese voice actors held last month where Junichi Kanemaru and Taeko Kawada, VAs for Sonic and Amy respectively, were performers. In it, they just straight up sang a couple of love songs to each other in character, one of which was The Shining Road from Sonic X. There's that one part of the story trailer as well. Sonic looks pretty concerned over Amy's situation. However, you could say he might have the same reaction to seeing any of his friends in such a predicament, so let me point you to the next example. In another trailer for the game, Sega revealed a collaboration with the Japanese band 1OK Rock to make the game's theme song, Vandalize. In the lyrics there are the lines, covered in scars, but roses are coming through the cracks, and hate me, love you, breaking bottles on the pavement, some of which have speculated to be references to the relationship between the two characters. Other fans might also point to fuck the pain. After all that, what do I personally think this means for our blue and pink heroes? Well, I can't say for sure, but even with all of this, I still think it's extremely unlikely we'll see them being openly romantic toward each other by the end of the game or anything. Status quo's a thing, and you gotta be careful of when and how you break it, and for something like this, they'd have to be really careful. Not to mention all those times before Frontiers where they've dropped hints, particularly with how apparent some of them are in X, but nothing came of it. At absolute best, I think they might give off an officially unofficial kind of vibe. Gotta admit though, with what they're showing it does feel like there is a chance, even if it's incredibly slim. But for the true answer, we'll just have to wait for November 8th and see for ourselves. Let me know what you think in the comments. Does the ship officially sail? Do things stay the same? Or will the only changes be small ones? And for the love of God, please be civil when it comes to ships. People are allowed to love the pairings they think are best. Some of them might even also enjoy the one you feel like vigorously defending. With all that said, I have been skull902, thank you for watching and have yourselves a wonderful day.
And people argued about ships in the comments anyway.
Well, those people are also the same dipshits that when we did this next one, well, they'll see, but there was a jab at those people who can't frickin' listen.
I don't even remember that, so we'll have to we'll have to listen in on the video, I suppose. Goodness gracious. Thanks for those who liked the little joke about fuck the pain away.
Yeah.
That's another one of those where I just like I saw or it came to mind and I was like, that would be funny to do in the video.
Yeah, and I as I was saying in the chat, I love when you do those little cuts where it's just like, I'm gonna start saying this and I'll say enough of it so that you know what I was going for, but I'm not gonna actually like fully say it.
Yeah. I just like it's become one of my favorite types of jokes. For certain. And Katie, that's very good on you. Everybody should just be able to like what they like without, any scrutiny rather. Unless if it is absolutely like actually fucked up, which in the vast majority of cases it's not. Just just leave people alone, you know? And like I said in the video, you know, even if your, you know, OTP isn't someone's OTP, it might be one that they like anyway, you know? So
Yeah.
so, you know, just be civil. You know, there's no problem with just, you know, living and let live. I said that completely wrong, but you know, it's all fine. It's nothing important. It's not the end of the world.
Nothing wrong with some live and learn.
Absolutely. Hey-
Welcome, Intro Geist.
yeah, hi Intro Geist, welcome to the stream. Just in time too. We've only got 2 videos left to showcase here. Hope that you've been having a good New Year's Eve.
This
That's
one
my
I
favorite.
actually got to have an active role in. This
Ah,
was one
yes.
of the first videos I was a part of with you. He reached out to me when the game had come out and was like, "Hey, can you record some footage?" And I was like, "Sure."
Yeah, so you know, as I was, you know, watching the walkthrough that I watched to get the story and whatnot, I was making notes to follow up on the video that we just watched. Uh, and Dylan contributed to the video by providing the background footage that you see, and some of like the cutscene footage for the most part and stuff. So, you know, it was very generous of him to do. And absolutely appreciate the time and effort. That was another one where like I think I had at least an hour of footage to work with. So thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to go do all that for me.
Of
Especially
course.
especially so soon after the game came out too. My goodness. Um, so yeah, let's just get on to that right now. This is Sonami and Sonic Frontiers: The Answer.
Warning. This video contains spoilers for Sonic Frontiers, so unless you've played or watched someone play the game, don't care about spoilers, or are so unbelievably stupid that you don't know what warnings are, don't watch any further. Or do, I guess, it's your life. Hey everyone, skull902 here. Last month I posted a video speculating about the possibility of Sonic and Amy hooking up in Sonic Frontiers after some hints that Sega had been dropping recently. I was blown away by the response this video got. Seems like a lot of you were also curious about the subject. So as a bit of a thank you, now that the game's out, let's look over some of the details within and try to find an answer. To release Amy from her prison, you gotta give her one of her memory tokens, which is in the shape of a heart, so clearly the answer is yes. Alright, video over. Okay, let's get a little more serious. The first mission Amy gives you is about giving a Coco a chance to find true love in their crush, with a couple fun lines at the beginning which could be seen as a subtle nod. The way they look at each other in the middle of said mission after a confrontation with Sage, which had a bit of dialogue about love. Even the Coco is seeing it. Sonic saying he's worried about her in this little scene and Amy's reaction to it. Could be read as platonic or something more with the subtle way Roger delivered the line. After the Coco mission gets resolved with them, the Cocos that is, confessing their love for each other, right in the middle of a barrage and fucking dying together, Amy's obviously a bit down about how it turned out. As Sonic comforts her, she says that when their stay on the Starfall Islands is through, she wants to share that kind of love with the world, lamenting that it might separate them for a bit. Sonic assures her he'd love to hear all about it when she returns. There are points in the game where Sonic will make these little observations, and YouTuber FazFaz has been compiling them. One such compilation features the moments where he talks about Amy, and there are 2 quotes of interest here. In one, under rainy conditions, he wishes that they could both share an umbrella, and in another, he says he wishes he made up his mind sooner. Perhaps he has some hidden feelings deep inside, And then, in the game's ending, when Sonic touches down after taking out the end, Amy runs over, gives him a big hug, and he wraps an arm around her. This is pretty notable in my opinion. Every other time we've seen this kind of thing happen, he either resists or puts on an unamused face. But here he's hugging her back. A pretty remarkable sign of growth in their relationship. However, none of these little indicators actually definitively spelled anything out. Could they be together? Maybe. But they could be just friends as well. Again, it seems like we've got an officially unofficial at best situation here, which is about what I thought would happen anyway, so score 1 for the Skull Man. Though I was also wrong about Amy's prominence in the story, so point taken away. Damn. All jokes aside though, whether they're an item or not, I loved the character interactions between them in the game. It really comes across like they genuinely care for and respect each other. Hell, I loved all the character interactions. It's the best thing about the storytelling in my opinion. Ian Flynn put forward a really strong script in this one. It all feels so personable, and I'd love to see how Sonic's friendships with everyone grow in the future. Speaking of which, it feels like they're setting up a bit of a time skip for the next game. Will Sonic and Amy get together then? We'll just have to wait and see, but that's a video for another time. I hope you enjoyed these speculative looks at my two favorite hedgehogs. I've been skull902, thank you for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day. Also, there's that part where the other three digitize themselves to save Sonic, so Amy can at least say she was finally inside.
There was one person in the comments who, after that joke came by, was like, "Oh my god, I just spit out my coffee."
Well, I mean, I had a similar reaction when I read it through the first time because you had sent me the script. Because fun little factoid, when Skull had bugged me about like, hey, do you want to do this? I'd actually just geared up to finish Frontiers for the first time. So the footage of the end credits there is actually my first time finishing Frontiers.
Yeah.
And then I read through the script because I knew you wanted that and you were still getting the script ironed out. So I captured that, and then I came back into our chats and I saw that, and I had sipped on some tea and I absolutely did a spit take.
Yeah, it's just another one of those ones. Or the tee, I'm gonna put this in the video because it's funny. It seems to have gotten a reaction from some people. And I appreciate people who also thought that was funny.
Oh yeah.
Intro guy Steven said, "Oh my God, Skull."
Yeah. I mean, Skull's not wrong. That's how they save him. It's just like, hey.
Yeah, no, Sonic's made a similar joke like a bit earlier as well. So it was a fun one to write. Just another one of those that just popped up into my head, and I was like, well, that's going in the video.
Yeah.
So yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Another one that just blew up. Not quite to the extent of the first one, but more than the Halo 3 one. I'm just amazed that any of these videos are doing well, because uh, I'm a small channel, and everything, so it just blew my mind to
Well, hey, you deserve it, my dude.
Oh, thank you. To see like 3 consecutive months was a new video with over 1,000, just like insane. Uh, but uh, you know, uh, I had a lot of fun making those, and that's the most important thing, really, is
Absolutely.
if you had a good time making it, and like when watching it back, if you can be proud of it. And I really like the way that those videos came out with using the background footage, and the way that I had that all set up.
Yeah, I loved when I saw it come out because the second I saw it come out, I was like, I wonder what he did with all the footage I captured, because as you said, I captured like on the better part of 2 hours worth of footage.
Yeah.
And I loved the way that you layered it up. It looks amazing.
Oh, thank you very much. I think that'll definitely serve as a basis for my thoughts videos that I do on like video games and stuff from now on. I think it looks really good. Um, So yeah, everyone, we're down to the final video to showcase for the best of 2022, and that video is my thoughts, the Ice Age specials. So every year for Christmas, I've been doing, except for 2019, because like that I think was a bit of a busier time, so I didn't really have time to go and do a follow up. But most every year since 2018 for Christmas, I've been doing a video on the Ice Age franchise because I love the first movie. It's one of the best movies, I think, in my opinion, in terms of like animation and whatnot. It tells a really good story that I think like it's palatable for kids, but it also has like some deep hidden stuff in there, some subtle cues and everything that adults can really appreciate. Very good storytelling and themes and whatnot in that one. So I've been, going through the series every year, and it's it's been a thing. The sequels were a very steady progression downward, and then the shorts were like falling off a cliff. Uh, so So
Yeah, the
now,
Ice Age franchise is a mess.
yeah, unfortunately, it hasn't been turning out so great. So I didn't have the highest of hopes going into reviewing the 2 television specials that they did, and for some of the sequels, I had seen them before, but 4 and 5 I didn't. I think I went into most of the shorts fresh. Just only saw like 1 or 2 of them before I did that review. But this is the first time that I think everything in the video that I've covered is the very first time I ever saw it. So you know, wasn't looking forward to watching these, but you'll see in the video how exactly that turned out. So let's just roll on to it now. My thoughts: the Ice Age specials rather. Sorry, I got mush mouthed, but let's go.
It happens.
Dear God. Hey everyone, skull902 here. Over the last few years, I've been reviewing the Ice Age franchise. I looked at the first movie in short, then the sequel films, then the subsequent shorts. This year we have 2 television specials that aired on Fox in 2011 and 2016, one for Christmas, the other for Easter. Questioning why the characters are celebrating these holidays long before the birth of Jesus aside, the 2 specials came out later in the series' life, whereas everything else started off in the good era, so I can't really say I'm looking forward to this. Please, Ice Age, surprise me with something good. Let's get to it. After Sid breaks Manny's Christmas Boulder family heirloom that's never brought up before or after this special, Manny convinces him that he's going on Santa's naughty list. Manny soon after inadvertently reveals his disbelief in St. Nick in front of Peaches, who rounds up Sid, Crash, and Eddie to go to the North Pole, prove Santa's existence, and get the latter 3 off the naughty list. The storytelling is, let's say, not good. There's inconsistencies like Prancer telling Peach's group that there's no way to just walk up to the North Pole when Manny, Diego, and Ellie just end up doing that anyway. Manny's party being able to find Peaches and the others just by bullshitting some belief in the magic of Christmas felt like the writers wrote themselves into a corner and they needed to pull some dramatic convenience out of their asses to get them out of it. I'm iffy on Santa and the reindeer being included, but it's not really inconceivable after the reveal of a whole dinosaur section of the world beneath the Earth's surface in Dawn of the Dinosaurs. Aside from that, traditions like the Christmas tree and naughty and nice lists being created by the main cast felt kinda hokey, but I guess it all had to start from somewhere? There were some jokes I thought were funny though, so at least there was that. The actors all did a good job, the animation was nearly as good as it is in the movies, and the music by John Paisano was well done. All in all, I'd say this one was okay. Not good by any means, but it wasn't a drag to sit through either. Amid Easter preparations, as Sid manipulates the public into letting him incubate their unhatched eggs, Squint from Captain Guts' crew discovers the herd near his mom's home and plots revenge against them. While Sid's ignoring his responsibilities, Squint steals the eggs he was watching over to get a new pirate ship, and it's up to the herd to get them back. The plot's rather simple, but honestly, it kinda works. Again, you gotta kinda ignore that this was a time before Easter was even a thing and the hokiness of the characters inventing the holiday traditions, but they wanted to tell a story about a scavenger hunt and that's exactly what we got. No bullshitting or inconsistencies within. The voice acting was good, we've got very nice animation, and a good soundtrack once again, this time by Mark Mothersbaugh. It's still below the first 3 movies, but this one was good. I am genuinely surprised. Very interesting turn of events here. Nothing really bad in the bunch, so they both exceeded my expectations. Color me amazed at that. The first one's just okay, but the second I would give a bit of a recommendation if you like Ice Age. But alas, it seems like we're done here. You know, it's kinda funny. I didn't really think I was gonna review the whole series when I started this, but now that I've covered everything, it kinda feels like I'm saying goodbye to a personal Christmas tradition. But, as they say, nothing lasts forever. At least we ended on a positive note, eh? Oh, god damn it. I know I keep pointing it out, but I can't be the only one who thinks these things look fucked up. Those goddamn hippos, man.
It does look fucked up.
I just remember sitting in my room one night. HBO was on. They were playing The Meltdown, and there's like this little part where one of the hippos just like turns around and talks, and I was like, that the animation here just looks so much different than the rest of everything. What the fuck is going on here? What the hell is this thing?
Yeah, it's almost like they animated on top of the standard animation.
Yeah, it's like, and I don't know, man. The hippos have always looked at least a little bit unsettling to me in the Ice Age franchise. But folks, that is every video that I had to showcase here today for the best of 2022. So allow me to just go ahead here and pull up the thumbnail for this one to use as a bit of a backdrop and whatnot.
Well, you do so. Hello to Kel978 agreeing with you that they looked pretty fucked up.
Absolutely. The final Ice Age review by Skull coming to you in 2023. Final two, actually. Unless if they announce something else, because we have the Buck movie, and the Scrap miniseries actually that they did. So if I can, I might do separate videos on both of them for Christmas next year. Really depends on how things go because it's gonna be very busy next year. Um, considering
Yeah,
the
don't don't overdo it.
yeah, considering the Sprite movie, that's gonna require a lot of attention and work and everything. So, you know, uh, maybe two Ice Age reviews for Christmas next year. We'll just have to see. Such amazing vid Skull. Oh, thank you so much. They did make a Buck movie intro. It came out earlier this year, like in January or something, and it was animated by like Disney's budget studio, I guess, or something. The animation looks like garbage. Uh,
Disney's we don't have enough money studio.
yeah, pretty much. And the only voice actor that they brought back from the movies was Simon Pegg, which I guess if you're gonna bring one of them back, right? Simon Pegg just brought something to each of his performances as Buck that was like really good, but at the same time, like man, you know, you'd think at least like John Leguizamo wouldn't have been that expensive to hire, or like Josh Peck, you know, uh, but uh, but Simon Pegg's the only actor from like the Fox movies that came back. Uh, I've been hearing rumblings about like a proper Ice Age 6 coming out, but I don't think anything has been announced. Um,
Not
so
last I knew.
so yeah. Thank you, Kimosabe, by the way, for the compliments. Um, I stopped watching Ice Age after the fourth one. I thought the first three were good, but the fourth one was terrible. In my opinion, four is when it starts dropping off. Four was okay. Five was a fucking disgrace. It was really bad. Um, you know,
Just for that awkward time to say that I've only watched the first two.
well, hey, those are the best too. The first movie's the best. The second movie's also got like the sort of good story beats and stuff that I mentioned from the first movie to a lesser extent. I think
Yeah.
they did kind of simple it down a little bit, but it's still like good in terms of the storytelling and stuff. Three is a good movie, but it's definitely more like something you watch for fun as opposed to getting like a really good writing experience out of
Yeah,
it.
it's not for the story content.
Yeah, it's like this. The story works, but it's more about like the fun moments and visuals and stuff. Um, and again, four is just okay. Five is fucking dog shit. So yeah, that's my spiel about Ice Age. Allow me to spiel about 2022 for a brief moment. What a year it has been. If the last quarter of it again is just completely zoomed by. But personally, it feels like it's been just about the same, just off YouTube, as many of the previous years have. So, not a lot of changes there. But in terms of YouTube stuff, there was a moment there, and honestly, there still is. I do feel this like a little bit where I, get like a bit insecure about just, where I'm going, like if I'm getting stale or if people, like the content or, is there something that, like I'm doing that people don't like because I do a variety of stuff. So I get like a bit scared, like, oh, well, what if they don't like this type of content or that type of content or something? This is something that every creator eventually, has to think about and stuff. Um, and I think I've found like that with at least like the my thoughts stuff, I think I evolved there in a good way. Um, and whatnot. I think based on that, uh, I have a good idea of like what I would really like to do in the future. Obviously, I'm still going to do a variety of stuff, but uh, you know, I'm thinking, that I've found a place, so
Yeah.
it took a bit of soul searching, I think, is what I would say 2022 was, but like I think I think I've evolved still, even after all the insecurities and whatnot, and you know, uh, perhaps I wouldn't have been able to make that evolution or that discovery, whatever you want to say, without the support of you, my fans, as well as my friends, who carry on with me no matter what difficulties hit or insecurities rise up or anything, uh, anxiousness, whatever the case may be, and again. I wouldn't be able to do this without any of you. And I want to make that like point perfectly, absolutely clear. That your support is what fuels me to keep doing this sort of stuff, to keep coming up with ideas and be able to make the content and everything. And I really hope that what I've been doing has been, uh, good in your eyes, something that you like to keep coming back to, or you know the landscape of the real world, what with all the political shit and the pandemic
Random bullshit.
the pandemic has been ravaging us for almost 3 years now, and other sorts of just all this awful shit going on in the real world. I really hope that my mission with making these videos to give you guys a place to be able to get away from all that and just take your mind off of all the bad in the world and just have something to give you some comfort and whatnot. I hope that I've been able to accomplish that here, because this is supposed to be sort of a haven, uh, from all those uh, tough topics and everything. So I hope
Yeah.
that I hope not only that you guys think that the videos are good, but that they're bringing you some kind of peace of mind, or something along those lines. Uh, I feel like things have been getting better with the content, and I hope that you guys agree, uh, and everything. Like I said earlier, and again, like I said earlier, I hope that it's been treating you well, that you're satisfied with everything, and that it's making you feel good, uh, and everything. So just once again, big thank you for not only giving me the drive to continue on with everything, but also just for being here in general. You know, uh, someone here in the chat earlier was only here for a little bit, and I think they apologized for it. And I'm just grateful that any of you appeared for any length of time.
Yeah.
It really like does just mean a lot for someone to consciously like say I'm gonna watch this guy's videos for a bit or for a longer period of time or just any period. uh, you know to take time out of your day to go do that is quite a compliment, I feel. And like I've said a few times before, I cannot thank you guys enough for all the love and support that you share with me. And I hope that I've been able to give back with some quality stuff that you guys found enjoyable, and look forward to keep seeing in the future. So just big thanks to everybody here for making 2022 another good year, and I hope that we can continue on into the next year with the same sort of feels, and just keep growing this thing, and hopefully having a fucking blast doing so.
Yeah. I mean, I can't speak for the chat, though it does seem that they are agreeing here. I've always had a hell of a time with your content. It's always a good laugh to be had, whether it's just random jokes that come into things or just gameplay little things that's just like, holy crap, you know? And the fact that like now I can be a part of it like that blows my mind still, and like being able to help you in some sort of way to continue forth, and seeing you evolve with some of these videos has really been kind of a great thing. So very well done, Skull, and I look forward to seeing what you have in store for 2023.
Thank you very much, Dylan. Thank you very much, chat, for the kind words and all that. Again, I kind of ran into a spot this year, and I think that I've found my way out of it, and it wouldn't, I wouldn't have been able to without you guys, my friends and fans, for giving support and everything. Uh, you're the fuel that keeps this fire burning. So just big props and big thanks to all of you for that. However, uh, you know, um, I don't want to just make this whole thing about me, so I'll do like a Q&A hangout for a bit here today, just to shoot the shit with you guys. And let's lead off with this. Uh, for anything, just any aspect of your life, whether it be online or personal or whatever. Obviously, don't reveal too much personal details about yourself if you go in that route. But what has your favorite moment of 2022 been? So yeah, let's start off with that and have ourselves a bit of a conversation afterward. Uh, and all that. Dylan, you can start off. You're co-host. You're right here.
God, that's a tricky question. Like, especially I've got a whole year to think over as far as like what moment I want to give that to. You know?
Understandable.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to think on that for a minute, admittedly. Wildstyle is asking what games you're planning to play for 2023.
Just honestly the same shit that I've been doing. I do have Sonic Lost World in my Steam library, so maybe I'll do a stream series on that for that game's 10th
Oh, good
anniversary.
God.
Yeah, I wouldn't be looking forward to it, but I might do it. I also
That'd
did.
be just for the funniness factor, honestly.
I also did get Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing transformed from Lost as a Christmas gift. So maybe that. Um, I've been interested in playing that game for quite a
Yeah,
time.
that's a good game.
So finally, Skull will experience bad writing. Oh no.
Yeah, Lost World has some pretty weird writing, though I
Yeah,
will
no.
say that they do Tales pretty well.
Yeah, it's something with that game. Not a good story whatsoever. Wait, I can play that with you on that, Skull. Yeah, it could be like a online multiplayer sort of thing, is what I was thinking. Like, if you're playing a
Yeah.
game like that, and you're doing it on stream, you might as well make it.
You're doing the Steam version, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, space and timings and all that stuff aside, I would be interested in joining in on that too, because I have that game.
Oh, hell yeah, bro. I'm all for it. Some more Super Mario World. I love when you play the Mario games, Sonic games too. Yeah, more Super Mario World. I'm thinking about I did Yoshi's Island this year to commemorate 5 years of originally beating that game, but I think that my traditional Christmas marathon is going to be Super Mario World because that game, it's my favorite game of all time, first of all. A pretty good one to play for Christmas, but it also has a bunch of Christmas significance for me. So I think that thematically it fits in that way as well. So I think every year for Christmas, with exceptions here and there, I think I'll do a marathon gameplay of Super Mario World because that's one I can just breeze through, you know. You know, and I just love playing that and hanging out with my friends and whatnot. So that's like my Christmas game, I think.
Yeah. Intro Geist was going over their couple of top moments. They had two. First one was Dennis's Sonic Movie 2 charity stream and seeing how quickly people got to the end goal and chat, knowing the moments from heart as well. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was absolutely
Second
a
one,
super fun stream. Like Intro said, reaching the goal within 20 minutes before he'd even read a single line of the script. You know?
yeah, we hadn't even gotten to the rings flying across the freaking screen before he made his goal.
Yeah. That was insane, but it was fun all the same. Second one is the amount of support people gave me when I first started my streaming journey, and how much fun I had hanging out with everyone. Oh hey, best of luck to you there. In that
Yeah,
respect.
absolutely.
It's not the easiest thing in the world to start content creation and whatnot, especially if your aim is to like really grow and whatnot. Uh, you know, just just do what you're passionate about, and people will see that passion come through, and just a lot of practice, a lot of patience, and it will eventually reward you.
Yeah. If I had a tip on there, I'd say probably one of the most important things I've learned while doing this, and it's something I've learned through life just in general, is roll with the punches as best as you can. Things are
Absolutely.
going to break. Things are going to be glitchy. There's going to be lag. It doesn't matter how well you prepare. There's going to be hiccups. And obviously you don't want to put yourself down and you're there to have fun, but don't be afraid to make fun of yourself and just have a good time with it. Even if
Absolutely.
everything's breaking, you could just be like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Indeed. Let's see here. Sonic said, I do have the entire Sonic library on Steam, excluding Sonic 3D Blast and Mean Beam Machine. Yeah, that's the other thing I meant to mention. I have no idea what's coming out next year, at least off the top of my head. So if there is going to be any new releases played on the channel, I've got no clue.
I have no idea.
Absolutely not. Chemo said, just enjoying every moment with you, Dylan, Vinny, KN. I watch S&T from time to time and chat, just having a good time laughing and having a great time with each other on stream. Hell yeah. The community is a really good one. And it's just a lot of fun to come on and spend time with you all, whether it be here, whether it be Vinny's, Dennis's, KN's,
Yeah.
Courtney's, whatever the case may be. Just a really fun time.
I think for me, oh, sorry, go.
Wild Style said, I don't have just one favorite moment of 2022 because I enjoyed all the moments I spent with you all this year. And that sort of ties in with what Kimo was saying as well.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Even though I do have somewhat of an answer, you'll notice that I'm going to glaze some things together because there really wasn't a singular moment that I can poke out. But before I start blathering, Intro Guys was said that they're always happy to see you in chat, Skull, no matter the channel.
Thank you so much, my dude.
But I'll keep my blather short. For me, probably the best moments of this year was earlier this year when I really started picking up steam as far as taking clips from Vindo being modded by Super Nintendo 64. I still remember how that felt. That was insane. And then turning around and being like, you know what? What if I started doing this myself? Getting here to co-host, starting streaming on my own, and seeing the amazing reactions from the community. Hanging out with all of you guys has been an absolute joyride, and it's been amazing to get to know some of you through doing this stuff. So that's probably as a glaze over, my favorite thing, quote unquote, of 2022 is just all of those interactions, just the things that I thought would never work. Like when I did one of my first Unleashed streams, I was I was pretty darn sure I was going to get 0 views and just call it a day, but I got a solid number of views, and YouTube was like, you know what? If you keep doing this, you might just have a chance.
Gotcha. So yours is kind of like the community as well, just being able to you know
Yeah.
have some shared
I know that's kind of the cheap answer, but
no
it's
no
the best I got.
it's legit all the same. There is everything valid about appreciating time spent with people and especially ones that you know well. Uh, so spreading love for the community, man. There's nothing wrong about that whatsoever. Um, every second was good, says Ultimate Spider Plush. Kel says, yeah, it's hard for me to pick a favorite moment too. I've enjoyed all of it. So it seems like we've had a good year for all of us around.
Yeah, I
And
mean, it's had its moments like every year will. There's always times where, as you said, we'll just kind of get down in the dumps and kind of wonder what the hell we're doing. But all in all said, I can't really complain too much about this year. It's been pretty good.
yeah, buddy. You sounded like Professor Pickle for a second there. Sonic. Uh, let's see here. I met some really cool people this year. Hey, that's good to hear, Spidey. And it warms my heart to see that people have been enjoying the happenings, uh, this year, and especially that like all their favorite moments just seem to be like, hey, I get to hang out with a lot of cool people. That's fucking awesome. You know. Uh,
Yeah.
what do you guys wish for
Uh,
2023?
that's a good follow-up question, admittedly.
I hope that things just go out well. There's always plans that don't work out like every year, but I'm a little concerned when it comes to the Sprite movie. Obviously, it's one of the biggest projects that I'll be throwing myself into. So I just hope that things work out in terms of that. So I'm just, I guess like when it comes to the channel is that's what I'm concerned about. Personally, it's just uh, I wish to, uh, be able to do good by my friends and my fans and all that. Uh, so just keeping the train rolling, essentially, I think is what I wish for 2023. Uh, you know,
Yeah.
just want to
With
stay positive.
Absolutely. With me, as far as like the community in my channel, it's definitely sort of like the general growth mindset of, I want to go back and fix some things. Like I was testing out a new command system today that was absolute. It'll be wonderful once I get it to work, but right now it's absolute trash because it doesn't. um, just kind of going and learning from the experience, taking some tips from the community as far as what you guys are looking for. Personally, I'm very excited for 4 days from now. I will be starting a job with a company that I've wanted to work for about 8 years. So I am
Yeah.
hoping, and what my wish as far as like personal life is for that to go well. I'm excited, but I'm nervous as all hell.
Understandably, but just do your best, keep a cool head when you can, and I'm sure it'll work out for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's see here. I wish to find out where to go from here for my channel and my life. You'll have it figured out soon, Dylan. Says intro guys.
Thank you.
Chemo says, I have a lot of awesome friends on YouTube, either on your stream, Dylan, Vinny, etc. Chat this year. All of you guys are awesome. Much love to every one of you. Thank you. Thank you very much in kind there, Kimasabe. So,
Yeah, you
hell
gotta
yeah.
admit, like you were saying this, like that kind of warms the heart that you can have a good time and be like, you know what? I really enjoyed these moments when I was, in the chat. It was just like, aw, I'm so glad.
Yeah, no, there's just it's a feel good sort of thing to just be like, I had a lot of good times, and to be able to share that with other people, even better.
Exactly.
That
Um,
that rules, man.
yeah, and Wild Style. as far as like the just finding out where to go from here, that's basically life in general, if you allow me that. Like, we're all kind of trying to figure out, like, okay, well, what's next?
Absolutely.
Which is fair, I don't mean to like make fun of that at all. It's a very valid goal to just be like, you know what, I just want to know what the hell I'm doing.
Indeedly doodly. Goodness gracious, folks. Man. It again just so heartwarming to hear everybody's thoughts, and like the consensus basically was, man, I like spending time, with everybody. Is like the best moment of 2022. Let's keep that going, the positivity and all that for 2023. Uh, it's it's a good feeling to have, and if we can just keep that going and everything, only positives can come from it. So
Yeah.
cheer, buddy.
Honestly, with me, it's just, it's also New Year for me is always kind of a weird thing because I see it as a big old reset button. You're getting a fresh set of 365 days. You can kind of figure out what you did wrong, what you did well, and move forward and grow as a person. So it's just more opportunity for growth as far as I can see it.
Yeah. Speaking of a reset of 365 days, I would like to extend a Happy New Year because it just crossed midnight to our friends in the United Kingdom and everywhere in that particular time zone. So hell yeah. Welcome to 2023 for you.
Yeah. we're still several hours from joining you in the new year, so enjoy being in the future.
Yeah. We'll see you in the future in just less than 5 hours. Uh, Kimasabe asks, question for you, Skull. What is your New Year's resolution? I don't really set those. I just kind of, hope every year that, like, I think my main concerns when I'm talking to, or when I'm thinking about like making changes, it's all like health related. And so basically just every year is like, man, I really hope that I can, make some changes to improve my health. So I guess that would kind of count, but I don't really think of them as like New Year's resolutions, you know? So a bit of an
Yeah, for
asterisk on that.
me, yeah, for me, my New Year's resolutions are kind of to the same. But before I miss them, WildStyle1102, thank you so much for coming by. They said they have to go now, need to get something done before midnight. Well, best of luck with whatever that may be.
Indeedly doodly. Thank you so much for sticking by here, for spending some of your time here today. I hope that you enjoyed, and if you happen by again, I look forward to seeing you. So you have yourself a happy New Year, Wild Style, and you have yourself a good rest of your day.
Indeed.
And all that. Yep, 5 hours remain for us, Slytherin. It's getting to the that point of excitement. Just the anticipation, knowing that the change of the clock is coming, and all that. So I'll definitely have timeanddate.com open near midnight. And hopefully I'm not preoccupied with something else when the clock strikes, and can have myself a little celebration,
Yeah. Um, but yeah, that being said, I was talking about New Year's resolutions. For me, like I do set like generic goals, but basically my New Year's resolution every year has always been the same. And I'd like to put it in the words of Hive, who is your guiding AI in Everspace. Do better. That's basically it. It's just like I want to do better than I did last year because there's always like I'll admit sometimes I'm a little hard on myself. But there's always something that I can look back at and be like, you know what, I really could have done that better. And as the new year starts, as I get that reset, it's kind of a perfect opportunity to be like, you know what, I'm gonna really focus on just trying to be better.
Yeah, there's always, if you can just think of anything for yourself. It doesn't have to be New Year's. In fact, one of my favorite ironic Christmas songs, if it has to be Christmas, has a line that says something to the tune of like, "If it has to be New Year for you to make a change for the better, then you're a fucking twat."
Love
But
that. I love that.
it's a great song. I love it so much. But just in general, it doesn't matter what time of year it is. If there's something that you think could be improved and you're capable of doing it, there's nothing wrong with giving it a shot. Uh, so yeah, always a good goal to have. TGW says, only been 3 minutes into the new year and I don't feel different just yet, apart from changing my name and icon on Twitter, Steam, Discord, and Twitch from the Great Waluigi 647 to Wacky Wah 647. Oh, is that going to be permanent? Do I have to call you Wacky Wah now?
Interesting.
Can I call you Double W?
That'd be awesome. Yeah. Honestly, like other than like the yippee, it's a new year, it honestly like won't feel any different. It's just another day at the end of the day.
Yeah,
And Kimosabe does have a good point that, personally I always harp about this, but if you're gonna go and have some fun and potentially get yourself some alcohol, please do so responsibly.
Yeah, and drink responsibly. If you're under the influence, don't fucking drive.
Yes, please.
Get somebody sober who can drive you. If you can't drive, then if you can't drive and you can't find someone to drive you, hopefully the place you're going to has a place where you can just take a nap. To get that
Sober yourself freaking up.
yeah, get that out of your system and then go drive home. Please, party responsibly and everything. Uh, you know, it's always fun to have a big old bash, a big old celebration, but it's not worth endangering yourself or the people around you.
Yeah, and even like around here, there's um I thank heavens, especially in more recent years, they've gotten better about it. But there's always at least one or two horror stories about people who got behind the wheel a little too drunken for their own good. It's
Yeah,
just like, please, most establishments, even around here, and I know if it's around here, it'll basically be everywhere because I live in the middle of nowhere. The bars and stuff, they will find you a way to get home or at least like have somewhere safe to sober up.
yeah.
They will let you just kind of like hang out in the back room if they need to, because they'd rather that than the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, and if you want a tip to help you along with the sobering process, when you're done with alcohol for the night, some good things if you can eat them or drink in the case of one of these, milk and bread are good for that.
Yeah.
So
Also, just the general health advice of drink water.
yeah, keep yourself
Um,
hydrated as well, of course. Slytherin said, "I was just drinking Coke at the party, and I'm the driver." Hey, I got regular Coke here too. Cheers. I do have fancy New Year's drinks, but I always get the non-alcoholic ones because, like,
yeah.
I don't know. There must be like really good wine out there that like hardly has the alcohol tinge to it. But I swear, like the one that my mom swears by is this white wine, and whenever I drink it, I barely taste any of the grape. Like it's hardly there. It's mostly just alcohol, and I'm like, Mom, I love you, but like this is I don't like this at all. So
See, honestly, that's my issue with like most alcohols is like I'll try it, like I'll take a little sip of it, and then all I can taste is that like ethanol-y alcohol. It's just like
yeah, like
like
it
all
really
due respect in the world to people who love that, but not for me.
it really depends on the drink. Like beer, for instance, especially like the major mass-produced American beers that are fucking terrible. Um, that's all I taste is that alcohol tang. But like for instance, I've mentioned it on stream before, but I fucking love Smirnoff Ice Green Apple. And there's another flavor, black cherry, as well, where like that's hidden very well by the drink. It's not completely gone, but like when I drink those varieties of Smirnoff Ice, it's just like drinking soda. I love that about it, you know. Uh, like that's great. Coney Island root beer is another good choice. It's an alcoholic root beer that you barely taste the alcohol and it just tastes like a very nice root beer. Um, so there are options. I would say Mike's Hard Lemonade's kind of there too. Like it's good, but you still like it. You taste the alcohol more than the other examples I listed. But it really just depends on the drink that you're trying. Which is why my mom got sparkling juice. Yeah, that's what I get every year. I get 2 bottles of sparkling juice of some kind. I don't know the flavors that I got this year actually. They're still in the bag in the fridge, but um, I get one to drink to open up and start drinking before the clock strikes, and then I get one for after the clock strikes. So
Yeah. Slytherin, that is a position frequently known as being the designated driver. When you are at a alcoholic function but are not drinking yourself so that you can safely drive home. Having one of those is a very good thing, and you being one is showing that you are a responsible person. So thank you for doing that.
you're doing a hell of a job by your friends and family by doing that, Slytherin. Uh, let's see here. I like Sprite. Well, as far as I know, Spidey, aren't you like 15? So please don't drink underage. You know,
There is that factor of like you, depending on where you live. Like here in the States, it's 21.
Yep.
Up in Canada, it's 18. And I know there's different places that have different rules on that, but please abide by them. They're there for a reason.
Yeah, generally speaking, like you said, US 21, Canada's is 19, but I think the rules kind of change depending on which province you're in, but like not that much. The general like the full country age is 19.
Yeah.
In the UK, it's 16 to drink and 18 to buy. And honestly, in most of the world, it's 16. So please do not drink underage.
Yeah.
You know.
Not only can you get in a lot of trouble, but so can whoever bought you that,
Yeah, Sprite is a soda. That's what I was gonna follow that up with. Sprite is Sprite is
Just a
perfectly
soft
fine for
drink.
now.
Yeah. Sprite's a perfectly fine soft drink. It's, you can drink all of that within reasonable limits, obviously because of the sugar.
Yeah. So Sprite's a good choice for you, Spidey. It's 18 where I am. Oh, yeah, Kel, you're in Australia, right?
I think they are, yeah.
See, Sonic said I'm at least 2 or 1 year left until I legally decide that I don't want to drink. Well, that's perfectly valid too.
Yep. Yes, they are from Australia.
Yeah,
They
indeed,
are
it was
there.
from Australia. So, so it's 18 there. Got confirmation. Tell Skull the joke I said when Sonic said Tails Knuckles. We gotta get Eggman.
Okay, so as you know, I was playing Sonic Riders, and there was a moment where Sonic was talking to Tails and Knuckles and was just like, "Ah, yeah, we gotta go get Eggman." And Kimosabe apparently misheard it and thought that Sonic said, "Ah, yeah, we gotta go get that ass."
Well, I can buy it. The Sonic from my Sonic Adventure LP skits was an ass man. So I
Yeah.
can see it.
Yeah, I definitely laughed at that.
Eggman has cake after all. Especially depending on the version,
Yeah.
You see Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. My God, they really liked animating his ass crack.
The horrible thing is I can't wrong you on that either. Because I want to be like, yeah, that's disgusting, but you're not wrong. Good
Gaze
grief.
your eyes upon my glorious buttocks. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
My goodness gracious, guys. Listen, every cake has a
Intro,
few eggs.
guys. Oh my god.
Beautiful comment. Adventures has the biggest cake of them all. Too high in calorie
High
amount.
calorie amount.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Not gonna lie, that's all I heard. Hey, you know, again, believable
It
coming
happens.
from Sonic. You know, what
You
a
know, and
guy
like,
that guy is.
he is. And like I said at that point in time, I was just like, you know, Eggman is kind of a pain in the ass. So like I can see that take on it too. It's just like we gotta get that asshole, you know.
Haha, I see what you did there. Alrighty. Not to cut things off here too much, but much like many streams I've been doing lately, I did kind of skip a meal for this. So so we'll take one more topic of discussion or question or something, and then I gotta run to, you know, get some food in my system. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fair. Dinner is also waiting for me in all likelihood, so I need food.
Yeah, a good idea. Oh, hello, Lemon Lime 52. Welcome to
Thank
the
you
stream.
for the New Year wishes,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I hope you have a good one.
indeed. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for the wishes. And I extend those to you as well. So was Amy inside of Sonic after all? Yes.
I mean, technically.
I you know, I already pointed that out at the end of the second Frontiers video. You know, Amy got her wish.
Yeah. She got to do part of the Sonic X theme and be inside, outside, go Sonic!
Oh God. Slytherin's asking, I've heard that fireworks won't be a thing anymore for future New Year's Eves. Is that true? I've not heard a thing about that, and
I would doubt that.
yeah, I would doubt that
That's
very
such a
heavily.
freaking tradition.
If the world just coordinated and said, you know, we're never doing fireworks for New Year's Eve again. I don't know if that's gonna be a thing in Sweden, where you live, but I know that's I don't think that that's just a thing in general.
Yeah, like I haven't heard any whispers about that.
Yeah, no, highly doubt it. Press X is my recommendation there.
Yeah, press X to doubt. Though I am with Sonics on that one in that some of the fireworks are just like, can you please not?
Yeah, I don't know if that's been so much a problem in my area, because I just like usually I'm talking with my friends on New Year's Eve, so I don't remember if there was any fireworks happenings. I know it's definitely a problem in the weeks between Memorial Day and Independence Day. Just that entire like 6 week time frame, just full of fireworks. Because you know, the private ownership of fireworks is legal in Michigan now, and has been for about a decade. So you know, people really like to go crazy on them. Sometimes it's a bit much. Let's see. Do you have that pirate booty snack skull? I don't know what you mean by that, so I'm gonna answer no, just to be on the safe side. Well.
Slytherin, the first thing to come to mind when you say strange, for whatever random reason, is from the Sonic OVA. Strange, isn't it?
You know what I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you since I know everything you're going to do. Strange, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Love that line. Classic.
Yeah. I figured that'd be like a randomly good thing to probably rap on.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'm gonna catch something to eat here and allow Dylan to do the same. Not that he wasn't free to leave of his own volition, of course.
Well, yeah.
But my goodness, guys, just like I said, 2022, man, it's been a ride. The last quarter of it has just zoomed on past by. Feels like it's only been a couple weeks since the start of September. But uh, I've sort of found my way out of a place there where I was kind of like wondering, if what I was doing was good enough, and that's all thanks to your support. Uh, you know, uh, you guys coming to the streams and all that, it really means so much to me, and everything,
Yeah.
and lots of growth here as well. I God, if I just look at my analytics here, 380 subscribers up through yesterday for the entire year of 2022. So that means that we must have crossed 25, 26, 27, and just yesterday, 2,800 subscribers, 200
Yeah,
followers on
you're
Twitter as of yesterday. So thank you all very much for that. You are, like I said earlier, the fuel that keeps this fire burning, and I appreciate the ever-loving hell out of you for that. You, the fans, as well as my friends, uh, and all that. Dylan, I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're fine. This is your stream, my dude. But yeah, I just want to say from me, for what that's worth, and from most of the chat by the looks, that you absolutely are doing an amazing job.
Well,
Your
thank
streams
you.
are always a great time to pop by and have some fun and join in. And I thank you very much for having me along for the ride.
Oh, it's an honor to have you here. And you're doing a fantastic job as well, my dude. Just I just I want to say it one more time. I'm a broken record here, but just the fact that you appear here at all and like what I'm doing and whatnot just means the absolute world to me. And uh, you know, I appreciate it with all my heart. And thank you all so much for making this another good year. And I hope that we can keep the train of positivity rolling on, spread the love, and everything. Just make 2023 a positive one as well. The final years of the final year of my 20s is upon me here. Let's keep the positivity rolling to distract me from the thought of getting even older. Uh, you know, all jokes aside, though, I really appreciate it so much, and again, it just means the world to me, and I appreciate it so deeply with all my heart. Thank you so much. You make this such a fun thing to do, and uh, it just means so much. And I'm repeating myself far too often, but
You're fine.
I'm sure you guys get what I mean. So, with all that said, Dylan, thank you for your services here today. Pasting all those links when I was playing the videos and just co-hosting in general.
Of course, it is my pleasure as always.
Just big thanks to Dylan. Thank you all for watching here today. I'm gonna have an update video tomorrow, and then I'm taking my traditional New Year's 2 weeks break after that. So it'll be a little while before the next stream, and I think what I'm gonna do when I return to streaming is finish off Sonic Triple Trouble, because you know, uh, unfortunately, I was doing a bit bad, so we kind of ran over time, and I didn't want to cut into Vinny's stream too much. So, but we'll get the conclusion of Sonic's story, as well as all of Knuckles' story whenever streams return. Lucky Tales, I'm so sorry. We're like literally just about to end this, but I hope you've been having a good day and a happy New Year to you, as well. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do when I return to streams. It's gonna be about half a month from now. 2 weeks and whatnot after I post the update tomorrow. But yeah, looking forward to all the produced content. Looking forward to having more fun times on stream here on Sonic Song with Vinny, Dennis, Courtney. whatever the case may be, just what we talked about earlier about the best thing being just spending a bunch of time, having a good time and sharing it with a wonderful community of people. Let's keep that going for next year. So, with all that said, I have been skull902.
And I've been Dylan Bradley.
Thank you for watching and have yourselves a wonderful. Sorry, I have no idea why I hesitated there. Thank you all for watching and have yourselves a wonderful day. Goodbye.
Bye.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah.
2023.